Welcome to GTV ANZ, the gaming channel created by Ubisoft. Every Tuesday and Friday on YouTube, we'll be doing fast plays, game challenges, 1v1 face-offs, and so much more. You happy?
When did we get a dog?
It's a good question.
How long has it been?
Welcome back to Reload, Didge. We are on now, by the way, in case you hadn't realized. Welcome back to the show, Didge. Welcome back, everyone watching. Welcome back, my favorite and least favorite people in the world, all the casting team. Didge, on the back of a big dub, congrats, mate, and thank you so much for coming on.
Pleasure to be here, boys. Always love doing these and having a chat with you boys. It's good.
Yeah, look, gonna be a bit of a break now, honestly. I don't know how we're gonna manage to cope not having OCN for a couple weeks, but at least we get our last little fix tonight. Guz, you still feeling a bit festive? How you got the Chiefs jersey?
Thought I'd suit up for the occasion. Not every day a team goes 3 in a row, so...
Jeez, don't be too excited about that, Guz. Don't be too excited, mate.
Wait, are you wearing the cap of the team that's probably not going to make playoffs, probably going to get relegated and, you know,
we're going to send the boys back. Yeah. They're going to send the boys packing, I'm telling you, Thursday night. Don't you worry.
Could you imagine?
Is that a taunt there? Well, I mean, Order is the only team right now that can stop Chiefs from going to Sweden. So there you go. Power position.
Certainly is power position and a power.
Yeah, I mean, at least knock them into playoffs. I don't think the chance of getting completely knocked out is very high. But
that's true. Xenox.
In fact, they're already. Yeah.
Yes, my cam is absolutely dog shit tonight. By the way, Dev, what have you done?
Well, mate, it's not my fault. It's the service. It's the OBS.
I think it's the hat, mate. Something.
Honestly,
yeah. You know what? It probably is.
I feel like what happened is you put on that outfit, and then our internet got downgraded back to 2010 before NBN. We're all
Probably.
on dial-up, not even ADSL.
Jump to the Centrelink Wi-Fi. Hey, Xenox.
Oh, give it a rest, mate.
I think you're on the same Wi-Fi with me, man. The way tonight's going.
Definitely, I'm telling you right now. I've gone down to the local.
I like to downgrade everyone else's cameras just so I look a little bit better.
Look, it was a great weekend though. Some really good games, and I think a lot of storylines that were told. You know, you had the Avert run through, which was great to watch. Obviously, the Chiefs, what they were able to achieve. We touched on Bliss and again their shortcomings, and the Knights. Man, could you just? What an absolute shitfest losing Josh for the first 2 maps. That's just an absolute kick in the balls. But Picnic he was all right.
What's your take on that, Didge? Like playing against a team that's kind of in a way handicapped.
Obviously it's like shit for them, but I don't know. You don't pay too much attention to it because you can get in your own head about it. So
yeah.
Just trying to ignore it and just continue playing. You know, act like it's nothing.
It seems like the mantra for Chiefs is kind of just don't even think about the other team. You're just there. It's almost like it's a I know PvE experience. You're not really thinking about like the other team. You're not trying to hard counter strat. You're just trying to focus on your own game.
Yeah, nah. Well, obviously, like with some things, you like note what a certain team does or something like. But I don't know. Like in terms of anything that can, we just knew that if we can, we could get into our own heads, like anyone can. If you think, oh, they're playing with a coach, this should be easy, then you might be a little bit sloppy in game. So I don't think we mentioned it that much. Yeah.
Xenox just taking a walk around the block or something, but you should be back in a
Yeah, mate. I just gave you a new link.
There we go.
I might actually give that one a shot as well.
All right. Everyone hop on it. Yeah, so look, before we get too deep, we'll go through replays, we'll go through all the matches that we had, but before we get too deep into that, yes, OCN Stage 3 has concluded, but of course, we still have OCL ongoing every Tuesday night. That'll, of course, have its playoffs and its finals. We'll have OCN finals and, of course, OCN promo relegations, where we'll figure out which teams from OCL will be joining OCN, whether we'll see any relegated, especially, wildcard we've been talking about for some time, are going to be playing those relegations. Chance they won't be in OCN next year. So that doesn't mean that all the R6 esports for the Oceanic region is done for the year just because Stage 3 has ended, especially because, of course, I'm sure we'll talk about the possibility of Sweden for you and the boys later tonight, Didge, with your match on Thursday. But just a quick shout out to anyone watching that's interested in giveaways. I know always we have like the Bliss boys and the Rhythm boys in here trying to get some free credits for some reason. So if you want to do that exclamation mark giveaway, the keyword tonight that you got to chuck in chat is back to back to back with 2s instead of the words to. So
get
Why
on.
is it that?
Cringe.
Why is that the name?
I'm gonna leave it to you. Like, can you think of maybe why that would be the keyword?
No, I can't. I'd like someone else to say it.
You're that guy.
It's got something to do with the fact that Dgtl got carried to 3 championships. I think that's that's the story we're going with.
3 more champions than you, buddy.
No.
Hey. Yeah, no, I can't say anything.
Good. No, you're
I was gonna make a LAN joke, but you've actually played LAN, Ditch. How many? You played 2 LANs, right?
I've played a total of, let me think really quickly, of like 18 rounds on LAN.
Wait, so
I won 4 of them.
So you played the Six Oceanic Cup way back, start of 2019 on Extricity as an under 18 gunner against Fnatic, right?
Against August. Which is what, like, let it go.
And they actually won it, so that's actually more impressive than playing against Fnatic.
It is.
Yeah. And then you played with Oddity at Six Masters 2020 at MEO, yeah?
No, I didn't.
Were you not on the team at that point?
Nah, I wasn't on that roster.
Oh,
Dev, I expect a bit better from you, mate. Honestly.
But so there's the one other thing is you played on Team IRAG at the Zen Gaming Lounge lands back the internet cafe days, pre your pro career.
Yeah, yeah. Me, Me, Redolent,
Jack
Daddy, Tigers, Shabs was there. I think we got Vinny in for another. Yeah, no, we did it twice. That little
back-to-back champs
community Zen LAN. Yeah, we made a little joke about it. The back-to-back Zen LAN winners. But I don't even think it was on LAN. I think they just did it online. But did we? It was just cool. Yeah, like I don't think we were actually playing on LAN servers. I don't know.
The fist pumps were real though.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, well, it has been a long road, hey? I guess that just kind of reminds us that while you are kind of becoming, not just pump up your ego, certainly doesn't need it at this point, you are becoming a little bit of face of the Chiefs, a face of OSiege, because we just happen to interview you so much. But you weren't always that way. Once upon a time, you're under 18 gunner, relegated to playing in these minor tournaments. So, I don't know, looking back, it has been a bit of a long road.
Yeah, I don't know. Those days of Extricity, good memories, but it's cool to see the growth, I guess. Yeah,
it's crazy to see what like a sharp keyway can do for someone like you, Dgtl.
The whole night, Rob's just gonna be trying these little pot shots. It's alright. You can have your little ones. It's cool.
I gotta take some, mate, because I got nothing. I got nothing to give you. I understand that.
Are you starting to brainstorm different ways that you can kind of shit on Manic while you're in Sweden? Just like selfie. It's like, really enjoying the weather. Wish you were here, Rob.
Absolutely not. I'll have no thought of Rob when I'm in Sweden. Not worth the thought, mate.
Hey, you know that Bev I offered you? Yeah. No, that's gone. That's gone.
The Bevs are on me. Bevs are on you, mate. You gotta
when you win Sweden, mate, the bank account will be looking. There'll be a couple more zeros in it. So
yeah, absolutely.
Look, let's start talking shop. Hey, we've got all kinds of business that was on the weekend that we can start going over. So let's start with, I reckon, the highlights for the first play day of playoffs. We'll go watch them and we'll come back and chat a little bit about it.
2 smokes, 2 candelas, and here they come. Now he's going to be the linchpin, and just like that, he's going to find a double kill.
So they have this information that you're confident ready to go. They will pull the trigger, but they've been shut down. They have been mowed down.
He is so low. Got the kill onto Sawyer, 1 versus 2. Element reloads and he hits the shot. Not going to be too effective with that. What is Sawyer trying to do? Don't mind it. Elements finds the kill onto Ethan, but time is of the essence. Dgtl talked about not having a gun. He does have a gun. 4 now. Where does it end though? Can Overt really run this gauntlet? Right now, they are showing us that they deserve to, Dev. First 2 opening picks in the opening minute, and they're going to continue to push shortly. Not Ghoul. How does he find that? How does he find a double? What is going on? He's going to find a third! What? That is unreal! He just found 1 kill. He found 1 with the SMG, 1 with the bailiff, and he knifed the last one.
Yeah, I gotta say, I enjoyed the bants. I really did enjoy the bants in all these games. Overt started really, really good. We did have some expectation coming into playoffs. I think particularly against Rhythm, there was a general vibe that they'd probably be looking pretty good. But still, I feel like it was quite the achievement for Overt to take 2 maps off of Rhythm pretty easily. It started on Oregon, which I believe was the map that we really backed Overt pretty hard in. And I don't know, what else can you say about this game? Upon reflection, it seems kind of cut and dried.
I will say I probably expected Rhythm to put up a little bit more of a fight. I mean, it started off a little bit back and forth, and then Avert kind of, just closed it out towards the end. But I'm probably more so talking about the whole series, I guess. Like, not that I anticipated this would go to all 3. I just thought it would be a closer affair between the 2 teams.
I can hear you giggling, Gus.
we are the West that I can't take you seriously.
Doesn't take much, mate. It doesn't take much. Apparently, it didn't take much for Overt to knock over Rhythm here, which was
what a segue.
It was not bad. And I mean, coming into this, we expected Rhythm to be okay on Oregon, right?
Look, if I recall, Rhythm did play a bunch of Oregon, but and like historically, it's been one of their alright maps, but I think that we just seen a lot from Overt on it as well. Like, when they played Knights, when they played was it Order they beat on Oregon, I think it was, and then they also beat Chiefs. So, I mean, that's not saying a lot on Oregon usually.
What do you mean? Chiefs are like the kings of Oregon now.
Apparently, definitely not Clubhouse anymore. So.
Yeah. Chuck Club in the bin, mate. Chuck Club in the bin, I'm telling you. It's worthless.
Doesn't matter.
Look, overall, I guess this is where Rhythm departed us. So, what could we say for Rhythm? I think at the very least, it's pretty nice redemption for them, right? Like, they got out of the relegation spot just because they kept their head above wildcard. And they'll probably be pretty happy.
I think they'll be ecstatic, mate.
Yeah. I still can't believe we're saying that wildcard are in relegations, man. That still blows my mind. But I think, keeping the storylines relevant right now, Rhythm, I got to be over the moon for them. I mean, they came in, and I didn't really know what to expect in stage 3, to be honest. And I mean, they delivered, and they delivered big. Dragos, what a pickup that was. I know we've talked about AFX in the past, and he's been a phenomenal addition, but it certainly looks like this is the strongest Rhythm we've seen since 6 Masters. That's 2019. That's not 2020.
I mean, even was that particularly strong? Well, I mean, that evolution of Rhythm didn't necessarily achieve a lot, and that had some pretty crazy people on that roster. Like, that was when Pat and Geo were on that.
Yeah, that's a while ago.
Well, it's like what Manic said. Manic said he wasn't sure what to expect.
Or am I confused?
Nah, it was Worthy. Worthy Pat.
Worthy, yeah. Well, even better, right?
Wayne Man.
Yeah. Oh, Wayne Man. But no, continues.
Worthy was in chat real quick to correct us on that one. Oh, Jesus. Bloody hell.
Some forgettable player. I don't remember who.
Yeah. I don't know, does he still play?
You were going to say, I think Xenox, you were going to make an informed point.
No. I was just basically going to back up Manic because he was saying how he wasn't sure how to predict them coming into this stage. And I think they were out of the entire calendar year now that we've seen for OCN, that stage 2 performance was the worst team we've had all year. So coming into stage 3, there weren't really any expectations to make playoffs, to avoid relegations. It's just 2 big ticks next to their names. And it's a really successful stage off the back of what was an absolute horror show in stage 2. So all you can do is commend them. Job done. Maybe expected a little bit more fight in the playoffs, but it was already job done coming into it.
Look, Dej, I know you don't usually associate yourself with teams kind of that low on the standings, but what are you thinking of Rhythm at this point? You've seen them kind of evolve over time, and we were honestly really worried for them in Stage 2. They didn't win a single map throughout the entire round robin. Stage 3 looks better. Like, do we think that there's hope, light at the end of the tunnel?
Yeah, I think they had problems with like fifths and just like I don't know, the roster kept changing, I think. So if they stick with this roster, keep their heads at it, I think maybe they could perform at these like finals and constantly make them, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I guess Stage 3 was definitely a time when it was Rhythm taking advantage of a weakened Order and Wildcard, which I think we definitely saw. But Overt were definitely the ones that the underdog team that ended up really taking the spotlight in stage 3, and they did come in and kind of surprise us when they played Chiefs. I mean, I don't know what you were expecting out of that series, Dig. I know you probably didn't underestimate them, but we certainly did not expect a 7-5 on, your best map on Clubhouse, on Chiefs' map pick, for Overt to win that. Honestly, I was worried that the Chiefs are just kind of asleep in the playoffs as soon as this map happened.
They're shitters.
I wasn't worried.
All part of the plan.
All part of the plan. Just trust the process.
Trust the process.
What process?
Just lose to Overt 7-5 on Clubhouse.
Yeah, lose your best map. That's part of the process
of winning the whole thing is the process. What do you mean?
That's an outcome. That's not
so
a process,
lucky.
mate. Do you know what process means?
Yeah, well, no, what? The process is like winning all the, competing in all the maps and
it was Overt's map pick as well, by the way.
What?
So.
By the way, doesn't matter. By the way,
That's what I said. It's either brave or stupid, and it was brave in the end.
Well, fun fact now, after the conclusion of the playoffs, the Chiefs, their 10-win streak on Clubhouse, of course, has come to an end. They now hold a losing streak on it as well of 2 maps in a row.
Your fun facts.
What would you guys prefer? Would you guys prefer 2 losses on club or 3 titles? I don't know.
Flawless on Clubhouse, honestly.
Yeah, I would rather 12-0, but you went out in the quarterfinal. That's what I would prefer.
Oh, you would.
We'd definitely been singing your praises more if that was the case. Look, you guys know how to keep it interesting. I'll give you that. You know how to keep us on our toes. You know how to make us look silly when we predict you doing really well on a map like Club. And then, I mean, Coastline, I think we had a lot of faith in you, but, Overt had already played Coast the day before.
Holy shit.
7-0 was definitely not how we expected it to happen. I know we talked a lot in particular about, Ethan, I know had a bit of a chat to Vast, and I know Vast asked in his interview about Ethan's roles, and I guess Club being such a different map to Coast. I don't know, I'm interested to get your thoughts. Vast was saying, and we'll talk about how Ethan's such a good kind of player when you let him loose, and yeah, we just didn't see him really show up as much on Club, at least not on the scoreboard, right? Which I know isn't everything, but it is something. Whereas this was quite literally the opposite. Getting 14 kills in a 7-round game is actually ridiculous.
I don't know. He only had the same KD as Dgtl though.
14-2 versus 7-1.
That's
I think
insane.
I would take an extra 7 kills for one more day.
Hey, Dgtl. Ethan had twice your deaths, mate, and they're trying to say it's all about Ethan.
No, Ethan
also had twice your kills.
He went off. He went off on D's especially. I think the D's is where he had a huge defense rounds.
I think you only had 1 defense round this whole map, mate. It was either only 1 defense or only 1 attack. Which one was it?
In that defense round, what did he? I can't remember because
he could have aced honestly for the.
Yeah,
it
was 6 attacks.
No, I'm thinking of the Knights game. That's what I'm thinking. Ethan going off. Yeah. I don't know. He went off the whole day.
We got Sawyer in chat. I don't know if Sawyer can give any analysis. We got actually a bunch of the Overt guys. I swear half the Oceanic community is in chat right now. If anyone has some insightful insights that we can glean.
I'm a bit honest. I'm surprised the account didn't get banned for TOS. This was just abuse at its finest. This map, honestly, I don't think I've ever seen a team get railed this hard ever in Siege. It was actually ridiculous. For me, it was the utility game from the Chiefs. It was just absolutely relentless. No one from Overt ever looked comfortable where they were standing, and then Chiefs just had intel or whatever the case was, game sense, and then just dumped them and they were dead.
Spill the beans. Dig, how do you do it?
We had good. I don't know. We just I don't know. I think that game. I don't know. What should I say?
How can I say this without getting turt in my DMs?
Their
coast. Well, yeah, their coast wasn't good. And we just fought for map control really easy, which you need to do on coast. Just get a lot of map control.
I want to argue something though, Dig.
You're gonna interrupt the pro player.
No.
Right?
Yeah, but it's gonna let him continue here. If Avert had have started on the attack first, we know this wouldn't have been a 7-0, right? It was going to be an attacking sided Coastline.
Well, Coast always is. So
that's
for sure. Coast is definitely an attacker sided map. So yeah, for Ds you gotta scrap rounds up and try and get as many Ds as you can. And then
what if you say D's nuts so bad?
D's nuts. No, yeah.
It's all about the D.
Yeah, I think attacking. It's definitely attacker sided. So if we did start D's first, yeah, for sure. I guess we would see some I don't know, different scoreline. I guess, but yeah, no, they just made it really. I don't know. Yeah, it wasn't really a credit to us. Well, it was, but I think their defense rounds just lacked, and I think they'd say the same. So yeah,
It felt like, at least to me, and we've got the lovely Sawyer in chat here as well, but Avert were maybe just missing a little bit of that aggression that we tend to see from them, even on the defense. And I think that just allows a team of your caliber to obviously just roam around and get those easy kills. Ethan had an absolute field day. You did all right as well. It's good to see, Ethan, Dig, Godleech, and all these guys above Worthy. Usually Worthy's at the top. -1 on entry. Not sure what happened there, but yeah, he had a quiet one.
I mean, Worthy's job on this game was probably a lot simpler. I think his job was just stand outside and then click gadget button to let the lion go on. You just had him on the leash, did you?
Yeah, he's got to share the spotlight, so he decided to do that this game, which is.
I think even when you just look at the operator picks, right? Like everyone besides Fisher guy there probably has just the license to roam and kill.
Thanks, Xenox. You're an idiot.
You are.
But maybe not on this map. That's the thing. Like this map, you don't necessarily.
For the play-by-play, brother.
No worries. That's what I'm here for, mate. Well, I'm not, you bring me on for the analysis, really. Let's be honest.
Like there was another map in the series, but I mean, by this point, I was glad that we found ourselves with a close map. I want to say credit to Overt after getting 7-0'd and then still coming back and fighting really hard on filler. Very admirable. I know that the caster stack would not be able to do that. Once we got 7-0'd, we would probably be in 4v5.
No, Guz
would have ulted forward and yeah.
And all you would have heard as he walks away is.
I would have copped it.
Yeah, Xenox cops it. Yeah. Resilience, man.
So,
resilience.
Yeah, I mean, Villa, honestly, I feel like this has been such a busy weekend of Siege. I'm finding it hard to remember any specific map at this point.
Same. Yeah, same.
I legit don't really remember this map. I'm being honest right now.
From what I can recall, it was 5-4 to Avert, and then Chiefs took a tactical timeout.
Oh.
I'm trying to remember it as I'm speaking.
I mean, I can try and replay like the whole Playday highlights and see if that jogs any memories.
Yeah, I'm pretty certain Avert had momentum at one point. They were obviously up 5-4. I think Chiefs took attack and then they won the last 3 off of that. But Avert were playing really well. Like honestly, I think, at least from what I can remember, I felt like at certain points on Villa that maybe they would actually be able to knock off the Chiefs. Of course, it was the third map, so they were only a couple of rounds away from actually knocking out the Chiefs.
This was the Clash map, Dig.
This
moment.
Dude.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I think that's my favorite moment I've seen in Rainbow Six history, honestly. Like,
what in the hell?
I was absolutely in stitches, mate.
Yeah, I don't know. I had no idea. Like, who was the second guy? Kyrie. I just had no idea that he was behind me. Like,
he's literally giving you a hug, mate.
I knew one guy was Master, but I didn't know like where he went. I don't know. I was like Bricks, and I thought he went private side or something. But as I don't know, as I turn around, I got to put my shield to Bricks, and then face this guy, and then
he's inside you.
You can see on the side of his screen. You can see his like little cape or something like clip through your screen.
That's why I was like, wait, what? What the fuck? Right. That was weird.
Definitely. Well, I will say that we had a couple of those weird, like, crazy moments this weekend. One that you probably wouldn't have seen yet, Dig, is that the clip of the Valk cam that was thrown at the same time as the proximity alarm, and then it lands perfectly. I mean, actually try and find this right now, because you probably don't know what I'm talking about, Dig.
No, I do.
You've seen it?
In game, Jake and Trent were like, "What the hell?"
Yeah.
They just started laughing, and I remember after that map, we were like, "Oh, they caught it." They caught it.
I'm trying to find the clip right now.
Mandy happened to be on the right person at the right time. It's actually perfect. It could not have been any better.
Yeah,
I don't think I've ever seen that before.
I don't think I
Nah.
actually watched it.
It's clipped
Watch it.
on Twitter, so I'm just about to bring it up on screen for you guys.
Thanks, Dev. This is tier 1 production.
It certainly is,
Get 'em.
mate. We're doing our
Replays.
best.
You wouldn't know about
Doing
it.
our
honestly.
best out here.
What's a replay?
All right, here you go.
That's
So
called.
welcome to Twitter, my friends. Welcome to Twitter.
Jeez, you got a lot of notifications, Dev. You must be famous.
Yeah. If 2 is a lot, I feel sorry for you, mate. It's this way. Yeah, I mean, I just cannot.
I got a full screen. This.
I cannot believe this.
Literally, like as it's thrown.
I have never seen that before. Never seen that before. That's got to be one of my highlights. You can see Worthy's just like, what?
How quickly did that vault cam get shot out?
Yeah, I want to ask Worthy, like, how much do you reckon that actually like affected the strategy of the round? Like, how much did that actually like compromise the defense? Yeah,
Probably not much. I don't know.
moments like that, though, we just got to enjoy.
Wait, hang on. So Repix is in chat. Bliss are in chat. Did they happen to see this and they were like, "What is this vault cam placement?"
Probably they would be like, "Why on earth would you? How is this
like
really the
flash.
best that Oz has to offer?" This
Is this? Are we playing the Chiefs or the caster stack? What's going on here?
Plain sight, mate. Plain sight.
So look,
Can't
that was Play-Doh 1. You know, good shot for Overt. I feel like they gave it their all, but that was the end of it for them. I'm sure we can talk more about them in the context of the whole year, and at the end we kind of touch on the finals and the season and all that. But let's go and watch the Play-Day 2 highlights. This was the Championship Sunday, and we'll see how that goes.
It's all on the Hayward now, and he can't get anything done. Nails the shot, and it's just back and forth, Rob. First in the bag, second in the bag, my goodness. Stage has to find that diffuser, he's got it, but Ethan's got the sledgehammer, the infamous hammer! And he lands the 1v1! Look, he's actually going to move over to Harry Potter instead. Juicy is the one to receive this push. 1 gas left, 30 seconds on the clock. Hayward's also got the long angle as well, and the player on the rear stairs, Hayward sees, but he gets taken out from the long angle. Picnic still undetected, but they turn on him! Chiefs find all the kills, and it looks to be a flawless round. Sagen, the last man standing for the Knights in the 1 versus 5. But
thought
there's
you were
absolutely
colour
no
commentator,
hope that
Duff.
Chiefs...
Yeah,
put
mate.
themselves on-
I just like to keep Rob in line sometimes, take his job, do all the hype moments.
Yeah.
I swear, Guz and Dev get all of those moments. I don't know why.
Oh,
I agree.
bullshit.
I swear,
agree.
there are a number
When
of
was the
times.
last time I casted a good clutch like that? Never.
No.
Always
I don't
stole
mean.
it.
I don't know. No. I mean the replay clips.
Yeah,
That,
do you want to know why? Do you want to know why? Is it not
Our
just 'cause we
replay
are the
operator
content?
loves us.
When we're not casting,
yeah.
like we're all in. You know what I mean? Like we just show, we
chop
show
it
all
around.
the emotion. Yeah, there's the chop in there. There's a finger point in there, mate. There's
I
everything.
mean, look at this one. This
Yeah.
this
I'm
clip
like a
is the
statue, I don't
perfect.
move.
This clip is the perfect example, Rob. Look at you. Our replay operator fell in love with you, mate. Put you full screen.
Yeah, not gonna lie, that was a bit weird to see. That was very weird to
I
see.
feel like this is the most narcissistic
What do you mean, mate? You love
broadcast
yourself.
ever. We're meant to be talking about the games, and here we are just talking about ourselves.
he knows he's going to be on that replay package. He knows what he's doing.
He's looking at the camera. You can see.
Do you guys want to talk about the games or nah?
I'm gonna slap you, silly. Digital.
I did with the celebration.
Loves it.
Let's talk
so-
about the games.
The first game, Chiefs Bliss. This was one that we thought could easily be the grand final because, of course, it was a rematch of the Stage 2 grand final. And Bank, this started scary for Chiefs, not going to lie, Ditch.
Look away, Oda. Look away.
But a pretty significant comeback. Bank was a map that we had never seen Bliss play before, which is obviously quite important because that's the running storyline we've been going with Bliss, is that Stage 2, they were really good, but their map pool was quite small. And now, you know, they've been playing Chalet, they've been playing Villa, they've now played Bank. And because they started so strong here, we had a lot of hope for them. In particular, like Jigsaw had a fantastic game on the entry in particular. It was literally like Jigsaw and Worthy, I think, were like 12 out of the 15 rounds, they were the opening kills. Like one of them got the opening kill. So it was definitely an exciting match, but definitely one to sweat if you were a Chiefs fan at the start.
Yeah, it was 6-2. If I can do maths correctly, 6-2. Wasn't looking great. Bliss were running away with it. It was not looking great for the Chiefs, and then Worthy decided, "Fuck it, I'll do it myself." Quite literally. Quite literally, that's what happened.
Worthy onto Repics every single round.
Every single round, Worthy kills Repics. Chiefs got the advantage. Round's over, and it just happened like literally 6 rounds in a row. Basically,
There were 6 match points on this map for Bliss. Worthy says in the chat.
Repics is pretty quiet in the chat right now. That's for sure.
He's gone out and buying a new monitor. This one's got a crack in it. Didge, look, I want you to keep us in line here because as casters, we love pumping people's egos, we love pumping the storylines, and we love pumping up players that are flashy and get lots of kills, which is why we always talk about whoever's at the top of the scoreboard. But what was it actually like in the server when you guys are 6-2, 6-3 down?
I can't even remember, man. I just remember, like, I'll just speak about the things I remember. And that was just Worthy killing Repics, like, at the start of the round. I think there was another round where, like, I don't know, where, like, you just sort of soft roam, fall off, and then him just killing them. I don't know. It was huge. And I, to be honest, I thought we were, like, 6-4 down. I didn't know it was 6-2.
Yeah.
I didn't think we let the match point get into our heads.
So was it actually just like, I want to give you the chance to correct us if we're just overhyping the fraggers, but was it actually just that Worthy legit would just find a kill every round and you'd be like, all right, I guess it's a 5v4?
Yes and no. Like obviously him getting a kill, kills like helps us immensely. But I remember there being like rounds where God like clutched that 1v3, like that was
it's disgusting.
Fisher had some really good holds as well that denied a lot of time.
Yeah. So yes and no. Like he definitely had rounds that were instrumental, but some other players definitely stepping up to the plate and having huge moments as well.
Got to say, and I'm sure Guz, you're on this boat as well. I love seeing Bank this weekend. It was so nice. We haven't seen a lot of it. We saw some really nerdy strats. We saw some like year 1 Bank shit with like the smoke, to deny plant, but also a Tachanka and like just unlimited plant denial. I really enjoyed that.
I can't remember exactly what round it was. It was a Bliss defense, and quite literally for not exaggerating,
2.5 minutes.
It was about 1:30 to like 2 minutes. They were spamming Shamika launches with the Tachanka and gas bays with smoke, and it came down to 15 seconds left, and the Chiefs could finally go for their first plant attempt. It was absolutely, I can't use words on this stream to describe what it was like, but it was interesting, very interesting.
Do you remember that round at all, Digital?
Was that the first round?
I think it was.
No.
Wasn't it?
I think it was a bit deeper into the game. It might have been like the second or third attempt.
Definitely a bit deeper. It was on lockers, and as Guz said, for literally a minute, the chunker is just constantly denying entry.
Just standing in server simulator, just waiting.
I don't remember that. I don't remember that round. No.
You might have been dead actually.
Maybe.
You probably don't remember it because you were just sitting in server the whole time, watching the floor on fire, just waiting for it to go away. But yeah, nonetheless, this was a pretty significant match for me because this was where I thought Bliss might have a serious chance of taking the series. If they could upset on Bank, I think that would be massive momentum for them. But then the fact that Chiefs brought it back, it's almost inevitable at that point that it's going to be a Chiefs series. I just think that momentum would be huge. And it's so interesting. I've been trying to think about what is the identity of Chiefs, all these big teams, right? We talk about what sets them apart from other teams. And I feel like for you guys, it's legit just that you don't let shit get to you. You said you don't even realize it was 6-2 down. You're just every round's a new round. Everyone kind of says it, but I feel like you guys really embody it.
Yeah, I don't know. I remember Trent saying after the game what he said in chat, that they had 6 match points, and it definitely was wait, what? Geez, 6 chances to close that out, and they didn't. I don't know. Yeah, I can't really speak much on it. I think it's one of those things where a lot of people say you can't let it get to you, but saying it's completely different to actually doing it. So I think that's what we try and do, I guess.
I feel like even from my personal experience playing just like ranked and shit, like I'm the kind of person that's like, oh, I'm not tilted, like I'm not tilted. But sometimes, like, even when you tell yourself you're not, like, you totally are, and like it's totally affecting you.
Yeah. I think when you are tilted, I think you have to just say you are tilted. And then, like, think about things that actually help you get not tilted.
Guys, there you
I've done that before.
Guys, we found it out. Just think about it. Just
say you're tilted.
Do you do coaching services, Didge? Because I think I know someone who could really benefit.
What am I meant to think of digital? What are some good positive vibes to think about?
Does nothing make you happy, guys? Can you not
At this point, honestly, I can't think of much.
Has this turned into a therapy session?
Do you remember that one time I was actually tilted and I wasn't speaking? And
I remember that.
Oh, that was so cringe.
And I typed in chat and I was like, I'm tilted.
We were playing ranked, and Xenox literally just wasn't coming anymore. We didn't know what was up, and then he typed in the team chat, "I'm tilted," and that was it. Didn't come for like the rest of the series.
I think we ended up winning that.
I think we did. I think Rob didn't stop giving you shit for it though.
Any chance?
You just gotta own it though. I mean, somehow you just gotta own it. Next
Let's
map.
move on to the next one.
Next map. Chalet. This was actually Bliss's map, but of course it is the map where you beat Bliss in the grand final of stage 2. So we know that Chalet is no pushover for Chiefs. So there you go. A 7-5. This has been such a good map for Bliss. And I don't know. I do wonder, is it the fact that kind of they were pushed so hard and that map 1 was quite a challenge getting reverse swept, whether that affected their performance here?
Hard to say. We're not interviewing Oda or Repix.
Well, also, I've noticed since we've been talking about this game, a lot of those boys have gotten really quiet in the chat. So I apologize to the Bliss boys, but we have to talk about this game, mate. I'm sorry.
They're just making up for all the practice that they didn't have when they versed Roffle in the best.
I'd say that, mate. That's toxic.
You know,
if you want a 1v1 Todd, you gotta add him on Twitter, mate. If you want a 1v1 Todd,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I thought they were going to win this, by the way. I really honestly thought Bliss were going to win Chalet. And I actually think had the bank loss not happened, I think they actually would have won Chalet. That's a lot of ifs and buts, and it's hard to actually say what they were feeling coming into this one. I thought they were playing all right. They went up 5-4 late into the game. Just couldn't quite close it out. Kind of like bank. As well. Worthy, obviously, again, you can see it in these stats popped off. Ethan with the +4 entry, but
bloody Ethan.
So, just don't read the Twitch chat, Xenox, it's fine. I will say, Oda says get me in the voice call so I can spit my mind. Mate, I'm actually so tempted. What my dream is just a nice simple setup where we got Didge and Oda just in the cams. God. And then the rest of us just leave and you guys just go at it. And we'll get some like battle music in the background. And you guys can just spit on each other and we'll see how it goes.
Whoa! Whoa, wait.
What?
You're the one who made it dirty, mate.
You never spat on anyone before, did you?
You guys are so unprofessional. All right, let's bring it back on track though. Come on, give us your thoughts as to how this match was playing out, if you can recall. Don't say you can't remember.
No, I do actually remember a little bit because they were very predictable and they did a lot of the thing. I don't know. It's just very one-dimensional. I think. Yeah, I feel like we didn't even play this good on this map. Yeah, it was just they just made it easy, I guess.
Jigsaw out piano window, them on the repel solar. Just the same thing every time.
Well, you said it, not me. That's literally down their bush.
We're just casters, and we even see what Bliss does on this map every time.
But you know what? It works most times.
That round where Morgan's against the solar windows, they just
clash.
Sat there they just sat there for a minute.
Yeah.
Yep.
Stalled. So yeah.
I didn't mind the Capitao into it, but it just didn't work quick
Didn't
enough.
quite work. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Cap's good operator, but
that's also full credit to Fisho and the way he was able to maneuver around it a lot of times. reposition. He was a pain in the ass. Like they just couldn't deal with him at all.
We'll ask. Is
sure.
something like that where like clearly, I mean, Bliss always go for that kind of attack, right? When who is it in the voice call or in the team that says, okay, Fish is going to play Clash? Like, is that a Fisho thing where he like comes up with that counter, or is that like support stuff thing?
I don't even know who came up with it, but someone might have been Morgan or Ethan or maybe even one of the coaches. Yeah, but just like to play because we just knew they pushed Solar. Their up lineup made it easy, so to see that. So yeah, Clash was just okay. Like, yeah, I don't know. Just it's not even like that big of a counter strat. It's just like I don't know. You can Clash is one of the operators you can use to play on those stairs, and that's what we just did. Yeah, didn't really think much into it.
Just to let you know, Vast is throwing some shade in the chat right now. He says Dgtl doesn't know anything. Can we get Oda in, please? Your teammates, past and present, are just throwing you under the bus, mate.
Do you know how many times this stage Vast has gone and just said, I don't know? Like, you're literally brought on to know things, and he just is like, it's
I don't know,
really.
Line on the desk.
He's crutch. We're going to fix that crutch.
Pretty early, he's adopted the, it could go either way. You know, he's already gotten on it.
Nice.
I'm not too sure.
I'm not too sure.
I say that a lot as well. I say I don't know so much. I said that and definitely.
Really, we definitely have not been able to find out that you have not been saying I don't know much. Come on, mate. You gotta fix this.
You got to know those things.
You got to know these things.
So there was another bank game that you guys played, and that was here once again.
Just quickly, I'm just going to cut you off here because this is a topic I wanted to bring up when we were obviously speaking about Bliss, and obviously now that we're going to move on to the grand final. I think before we do that, there was the tweet from Todd after the match, and I really want to touch on this. Yeah, I actually want to bring it up. I love Todd, love Bliss, and I think it's a really good point that does need to be brought up. About this whole best of three, right? Like this stigma around them, and during the regular stage, it was all about Bliss are the best of one kings, and they're only good in best of ones, blah blah blah. How are they going to go in the best of threes? Couldn't do well in the grand final, and obviously didn't win here. I think Todd does bring up a good point when you look at the opponents that they've played in the playoffs. Bar stage 1, which was a long time ago now. The Chiefs have kind of had the number on them. It's a tough opponent, and had they been in a position where they were playing a rhythm or they were playing an avert, maybe maybe even Knights, for instance, that matchup I think they're pretty good at. They probably can go and get that win. So I think them not winning a best of 3 yet probably won't be too indicative of them in APAC South Relos, and they will have gained a lot. And I think we can all agree their map pool has improved significantly from stage 1 and stage 2. Yeah, they lost here. Should have they done a little bit better? Yes, they didn't. But they'll learn from that, and I think they'll be ready to go for APAC South Relos. Done.
That was much more diplomatic than I expected, honestly. When you brought it up, I thought we were going. You just completely cut out, mate. I didn't hear you at all.
I don't know what that was, mate, but don't ever do it again.
Yeah,
just I think
I brought it too. No, I just brought it too close to my mouth. That's my fault there.
All right. Well, I mean, yeah, I think that obviously, like, if Bliss were versing teams that were clearly worse than them, they would be beating them in BO3s. But they haven't been because they're doing well in BO1s.
I'm going to touch on this very quickly. If players don't like the storyline that we have for them and they think that it's unfair for them, please feel free to reach out and talk to us. Please. I have no problem talking about whether you feel like you've been done dirty, because at the end of the day, we don't have player comms. We don't have any communication with individual players. Maybe
we don't see scrims as well.
They're in, we can't see your storylines behind the screen. We can only tell the storylines as they come. And so for us, I'm very quickly going to touch on this because Xenox was very diplomatic and I'll be respectful here. Bliss coming into stage 1 absolutely blew us out of the water. They performed so much better than we expected because they were in relegations in 2020. Then coming into stage 2, they were pretty much flawless in all their best of ones. Stage 3 was all about their map pool plus best of 3s. So I will say, as much as the storyline was their best of ones performances and then how that would translate, we've also gone through about 4 different storylines throughout 2021. So to come into this final, final stage playoffs, it's kind of hard to tell any other story at this point because Bliss have ticked everything else off, right? Like they've ticked off the win against Chiefs. They've ticked off the win against Knights. They've ticked off consistency. They've ticked off map pool. They've literally gone through everything that they had and they've gone bang, 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 bang. And now this is really, when you think about it, the best of three. And sure, it's against Chiefs. We're going to see it when it comes to APAC South playoffs. These guys are going to make it into APAC South. There's no doubt about it. But coming into this stage playoffs, that was where that storyline was at because we had already confirmed everything else that we needed to know about Bliss.
Yeah. So basically, we love all the teams. So there you go.
No,
and we can see that
apart from Dgtl and Chiefs.
Mother Bear is in chat complaining that we're talking about Bliss.
Cheap stuff there.
Hey, stage 2 was the Bliss reload show. I'm telling you right now, there was no telling it.
Xenox became a Bliss fanboy during stage
Hey, I'm
2.
still waiting for that merch. I'm still waiting.
I think you have to
the
buy
flower,
it, bro.
baby.
I think I didn't have to buy the Chiefs jersey I got, so I don't know if any orgs
You
want
an
to
edge
send me
mate,
some
though,
stuff.
Xenox, from that other game that's like...
Yeah, I know,
the
come
Ubisoft
on.
battle.
Jesus, Edge. Bloody stitching me up, mate.
Well, I can just say I've only ever seen one org owner actually in chat, and it wasn't Bliss's. So
Is that going to get
some-
more cheats here? Or?
What's his name?
yeah, Nick, can you just load
Come
me?
on, move me.
I'll
I'm the only
see
one
all these
wearing it.
shelves.
Please.
All these shelves. That's space for Chiefs
I'm
merch.
shilling
Mate.
your sponsors right now. I deserve some royalties or something.
All right, let's move on to the grand final. So Chiefs broke the trend that we've seen all year in OCN and OCL of the team seeding in second, taking the championship by taking down Bliss, who was seeded second. And from third seed, Chiefs went and faced Knights in the grand final. The only one of us who actually picked Knights to win this this playoffs was Vast, believe it or not. So your former teammate really stitched you up there. But we
I
went
think
back.
Voss knows if we used to have this thing where like Raven, if he bets against us, we win. I think he was. I'll save him here, and I'll only save you once, Voss. So from now on, you're on yourself. You're on your own. Yeah, he only bet it against us, so we would win. So I guess.
Mate, the whole show is like, oh, I love the boys, but I'm just going to have to go for the Knights here. Just think they're too
Oh,
good.
fuck that guy then. Fuck that guy. Didn't know that.
So map one was Bank again, and like we'd never seen Knights play this again. This was what we had definitely expected to be a Chiefs favored map, and Knights actually played super well. Took it really close, but yeah, ended up just being 3 rounds at the end for Chiefs to come back from 4-5 to win 7-5. Again, Worthy seeming to look really comfortable on this map.
How many times has that happened in this entire playoff run?
Did
That the
Worthy
Chiefs
have a
down
bad
5
map?
ball?
Worthy was second. He got 4 kills and 5 deaths on Coastline, I think. The one that they 7-0'd.
Yeah, he's shit. He's washed up.
What about Dgtl in this one? 310, -1 entry, kind of low cost.
This is where Dig tells us that it's not about the stats. It's about the teamwork. Isn't that right, mate?
Whatever this map. I think I played dog shit this map. I can't even remember the maps, man.
This is what happens just in one ear, out the other, is it?
Bring this bloke on.
I can't remember the maps. I just want to forget it.
It all blurs together for him by this point.
The only thing
don't
I
blame
regret
him
about
either.
the only thing I regret about tonight's episode is not getting Oda on as well, just so we could have a bit of an argument. Just let loose. Yeah. Look, I don't know what else to say, mate. This is a good map for you guys. It was map one.
I gave you nothing. I don't know. Yeah,
Yeah. Knights played far better than I think we all expected for them.
Oh, for sure.
Them to on Bank. I think that this was something we touched on when we came into the cast, and no one. I haven't seen any Knights members in here tonight, so I can shit on them. No, I'm not actually going to. We were coming in expecting not a lot from them at all on Bank. Like, I think most of us would have predicted like a 7-2, 7-3, but I think there was something in this for Knights. You coming into the grand final knowing that you're going to have to play whatever map that Chiefs want to play for. You don't have a choice. You've got to play something like that. And I think that I very much was leaning into the storyline that Knights would have been prepared for this. And to be fair, their defaults were pretty decent on defense. if I remember correctly. God, my memory is just as bad as Digital was, but it ended up being a really good game. I thoroughly enjoyed Bank, I'll be honest, and Sage went off, man. Like I'm only doing it because we got Digital on right now, but Sage did just absolutely pop on Bank. He's likes a gamer.
Sage is sharp.
I
Very
definitely
scary.
I got attacked by the Twitch chat for really pumping up Sage, but honestly, I just think he's a really good player, really good attitude.
I remember that comment.
You did.
I saw
get
that.
attacked.
Twitch chat did not like me. It was like, why is this guy sucking off
I mean,
Sage?
stop
This
sucking off
commentator
Sage.
only is sucking off Sage.
I mean, he played good. What can you blame me, mate? He's playing good.
Nah, mate, you're not allowed to talk about players when they pop off.
Yeah, no, it's my bad. Next time I'll talk about
Very
Picnic.
bad.
I'll talk about Picnic all
Yeah.
game.
This is
Well,
also
that-
the kind
we
of
forgot about we
Digital.
did forget about that. We did forget about that storyline, right?
That's
Josh
true.
DC.
yeah.
2 rounds in, I think. Power outage, I believe, and then
Yeah.
oh mate, Picnic, the super sub jumped back in. Probably the like 6th time now he's jumped in for some kind of playoffs fill-in role. He seems to be the master at substituting, and yeah, he found it pretty rough. And obviously, no shade on him. No doubt you would against the Chiefs, just having to jump in, no prep. You're not even a player for the team. So
Yeah. By the way, Mama Bear taking shots at Dev here.
It's all right. She can do what she wants. She doesn't know where I live.
Gee, God, Legion played pretty shit in this game, don't you guys think? Yikes. Didn't even go positive rating.
I was playing some games with God
Drop him.
Legion earlier tonight, and he had all kinds of things to say about his mother that's not stream friendly. So
That is so dog.
God, don't go there.
Yeah, the man can't even defend himself. Far out, Dev.
So I'm not even going to lie here. When this game finished, and I thought maybe there's a chance that Josh gets back in, they're going to Oregon. I'm thinking 1-1's on the other side, to be completely honest. Because
Yeah.
I felt like that the Knights were up 5-4 on Bank with Picnic. I feel bad for Picnic. We make it sound like he's absolutely awful, but you get the idea. Without Josh is probably the better way to say it. They played very, very well in that regard. I seriously, I felt like actually Knights were going to take Oregon pretty comfortably. They didn't.
nope, they didn't. In fact, this is another. So it's really weird. Like Vast was, emphatic, and we all were convinced that you guys were just going to get shat on Oregon, but you didn't. So I don't know what to say,
I
mate.
said that.
Look, Vast did. Vast did
Come
say
on,
that. I think
man.
that's
Vast,
ver-
in his
that's
own
verbatim,
words,
actually.
said that Chiefs Oregon is not good.
Yeah.
Voss really left the team and thought we were nothing, huh?
He was hoping
How
for
many
it.
years
was hoping
did he
for it.
run that team for? Was it 2 or 3 years? And then he's done. He's like, nah. Fucking glad to be rid of them.
Hang on,
This
have
shit
we
now.
ever asked him why he retired? I feel like we haven't actually got like the proper reason out because
We all
surely
know. We all know. It's-
mid-year, back-to-back champions. You're looking good in APAC. What are you leaving for? What's going on? Digital. Did you say something about his mama?
Maybe. I don't know.
Surely, who gave him the boot? Who was it?
On his own terms. He just I think he's been playing the game for a long time, to be fair. So, I don't know. I'm not sure if he ever told you guys, but I think he wrote it in his tweet that he spoke about potentially leaving right before we got picked up by Chiefs. I think he said obviously he was still gonna give his all, and gave it all he did. Yeah, and to be honest, I thought after the little success we had, I thought he might have stayed on, but yeah, did what he said he did, and did what he said he would, and retired.
He said he made up his mind at stage 1, I think, that he was going to retire. End of stage 1, I think he said it was. And then said he
Wait,
would
what?
stick out for one more stage. I don't know. I can't remember the
okay.
exact timing of it, but was it stage 1? He's in chat now, so you can probably verify. My
I
God,
guess
we
the
got...
man just got sick of winning.
Well, good thing he left before the end of stage 3. We got so many OGs in the chat. We got Tigers in here as well. Tigers, g'day, mate.
Oh mate,
Good old electricity days.
That's true. Yeah.
After stage 1, just before stage 2, Vars said he decided, but he would stick out for one more stage because he felt sorry for you guys. I mean, what?
stage 1, stage 2.
Bye, Steve.
Yeah, nah. Okay, good stuff.
I mean, lucky you got a better player anyway in Ethan, so it all worked out well.
Well, I mean, even Vars
Right.
got work on the desk, so it worked out well for
Digital,
everybody.
how sick are you of us asking you about Ethan? I think it's been every interview now.
He'll love it. So Keep asking.
I feel like every interview we get to the end and we know we're running out of content. It's the easiest thing to come back to.
That actually is true. How's Ethan coming along in this roster? Come on, guys.
I definitely have not asked that, so that's a Xenox issue.
Hey, that's not me. That's not me. I haven't asked it once. Thank you very much.
Must be
Yeah,
Xenox,
that's I'm probably culprit for that one.
I've got I don't knows, and you've got crutches of Ethan.
Ethan always makes my knees
We've
weak.
all got our crutches, guys.
Every time Xenox simps a player, though, they turn to.
Yeah,
they
do terribly. Yeah.
Be careful.
Wait, how good was Geo though last year? Like seriously.
Jeez. Who was it after Geo? You jumped on someone after.
TJ's giving me credit.
Was it Wettables? I can't remember.
No, it wasn't Wettables.
Pretty sure it was like Jigsaw, wasn't it?
Might have been.
Was that last stage, yeah?
Jigsaw
But
has,
he's still popping off.
Yeah,
so maybe
Jigsaw
the curse
hasn't
is
stopped
broken.
being good, so I don't know.
Yeah, he's
insane.
still bloody good.
Still popping.
All right, well, yeah. Sorry, my OBS is having a fit. my OBS actually having a fit right now.
DevMartyr.exe stop talking.
Did you guys hear the Windows noise just then? Because I actually had
No.
next map up. Another fantastic clubhouse game from the Chiefs. Really showing why
this
they
was
are
really clean.
the best team in the region on this
Unreal.
map.
Really like that
Okay,
one round they won.
seriously now.
What's going on, mate?
You're saving strats,
You
right?
straight
Like,
trolling
it's
or
as simple
what?
as that. No comment.
Next question.
You guys
You're
have to be
shit.
straight trolling. Like this.
God, I hope you guys play fucking Clubhouse on Thursday.
Oh.
I hope you guys lose to order.
Mate.
I can't say that.
Really, Dev? Really? Let's go.
Tell them how you really feel.
I hope you get
Oh, I'm
Fnatic and Cyclops in the playoffs.
Hey, that's flashbacks, man. That's rough.
I mean, honestly, that would be pretty freelo this stage, but I mean, it's not happening. Cyclops and Fnatic, I don't think either of them can actually make playoffs this time around.
Sheesh.
This is the worst part sometimes about our job is when we hype up, the Chiefs on Clubhouse, 10 winning streak. They're amazing on it. That no team's going to want to take them there, and then they're just going to lose 2 in a row, 7-1, and then you sit back and you're like, I don't know what to say about it anymore. Are they saving strats? Is this like a big 1000 IQ play to make other teams in Apex South think they're not good on it? And then Dgtl comes on here and he's like, no comment. And then,
It's like I feel like there's definitely a level of like, obviously, Dej, you don't want to reveal all the secrets, the tricks of the trade. Like
he's not going to say they're shit on it or they're good on it. He can't say anything.
Yeah, well, because obviously it's going to be like that'll tell teams whether to pick it or not against you. But also like another example is like when we're observing, like when our observer is like spectating you guys in your games, like players don't like us looking at your drone spots or your Valcam spots because obviously like that's proprietary information for your team. Like you don't want other teams to know your spots because it'll make you easier to beat. But at the same time, we have this thing in Siege where it's like all these viewers and casters like want to learn to play the game better and like learn to understand pro play better. And all these pros like, you guys don't know what you're talking about, but also won't teach us anything and won't let us in on any of the secrets. So it's like Catch-22.
Do you remember like early days in R16Z where like you wouldn't want your game to be streamed? Like,
Yeah. People would legit refuse to be casted because they didn't want to get VODed.
You know
in
what?
T4.
I don't think there's. Yeah, I mean, I've never heard of this in any other esport.
I have.
Honestly. Where? Well, I mean, not that you can say the esport.
You can say the esport. Just say it.
Overwatch was absolutely notorious for it in the early days. Teams
Really?
did-
Even though everyone picks the same characters every game.
They did not want to be streamed. As they did not even in actual professional competitions. They didn't want to be streamed.
That's so weird.
That's so cringe.
I always like hearing like com videos of like COD and stuff like that. And so like coming to Siege, it's completely different. You just like never hear it.
Mate, my dream, and
get to hear it.
My dream is that we make all player comms for all matches public after the match is over. Maybe after the season is over.
For Dgtl on this one, I'm sure you've probably played some COD and whatnot, but like, do you see obviously the difference between the two games in a way, I guess, where COD probably doesn't have as much of that strategic element as a game like Siege?
Yeah, definitely. I still think like it could, but I don't know. I guess it doesn't really. At the end of the day, you just gotta hit your shots. I guess like I used to always think like, especially in like a game like S&D, I feel like you could have like strats, but I don't know. I mean, if the best of the best probably do, and I'm just like ignorant to that fact, so I don't know.
To some degree, but I think we can probably admit the strategic depth of Siege is definitely going to be larger than that game.
Sure.
What I find interesting is like a game like CS, for example, right? You've got like there's only so many ways you can skin a cat in CS, but yet there's so many ways you can skin a cat. Like you've got the ability to throw all those smokes, mollies, flashes, whatever it may be, but yet like that conversation is never brought up about like, oh no, don't cast our game. We don't want to be VOD reviewed. No, I find it interesting that in Siege it's such an important thing. I guess maybe, I mean, Dgtl, maybe you could touch on this a little bit better, but I feel like this meta, it's not as much of like a huge issue in terms of VOD reviewing as it was in previous metas.
I guess as the game goes on, it might be like that, but I feel like whenever you VOD a team, it's just like a matter of you seeing what they like doing. Which is
Well, my thought process is like, let's say all like match replays were public for all games, or like you can see everything, you can hear all their comms. Like obviously that's going to reveal your secrets, but it's equal for everyone, so everyone can study everyone else equally, and then the game becomes like you can't just rely on using the same strategy all the time. Like it's kind of, I guess, on steroids what you were already talking about with Bliss. Like you voted them, you knew they always push Solarium, and that Jigsaw always sits on Piano Window. So when you play Chalet, you form a plan to counter that. Isn't this just that, but even like to a larger extreme? So there's more resources for you to counter each other.
Yes. Yes. You are right, but I just don't like the thought of it because then
because it's more work for you guys.
Yeah, I don't want that. Why would you want that?
You're talking to the back-to-back chat, mate. He wants it to be nice and comfy.
You're gonna have some people that are gonna sit and like watch 9 hours of.
Yeah, everyone's gonna feel like they have to because everyone else can.
Yeah, I guess, and it's just like it's like searching. Actually, it's not like that. I'm not gonna say that. I don't know. It'd be huge value for sure because you're hearing. When you watch a VOD, you have to sort of read into what they like, whereas hearing someone say it is completely different, obviously. So, in a way, it sort of would make it easier and probably more entertaining to watch, to be honest.
I think the biggest thing for me, and the reason why it'll never really happen, is that for the top teams, they're not gaining as much, right? The bottom teams gain a lot more. A lot.
I do. The counter to that argument, to me, from my point of view, is there could even be a scenario in which teams that aren't with orgs or with support staff, actually the gap grows larger, right? Because
exactly.
But on the flip side, now that's probably even now that's more so of an issue with it being less accessible because you need more staff. They put in more hours to like nitpick VODs and shit. So I don't know if. Again, I kind of just go back and forth in that paradox. But
Ethan's making the point that why should a team's adaptations and the way how and why they adapt be revealed to lesser teams? But like
at the end of the day, if this did happen,
isn't that just gatekeeping? Like no offense, but like isn't that just gatekeeping? I
can understand why players and staff won't like it. Like 100%, that's valid. But at the end of the day, if it did happen, it would make the meta evolve way faster. It'd be a lot more enjoyable to watch, and the games would be more competitive. So at the end of the day, from a viewing point of view, it would be better. But
like Dgtl, like if you had access to like NIP and BDS's like team comms, let's assume you spoke the language, and like all of their match replays, like you would be watching those VODs, like the best teams in the world. You would be trying to learn from that. It's just like that, but obviously it's a different scale.
But it's like then it's just like a matter of like. So, I don't know if you, it doesn't really push teams to like be better because, let's just say a team should be able to like sort of in game see what a team does and then like adapt on the fly sort of thing. And if you just like are doing one thing because you know how a team does something, then it's like not really promoting the best Siege, I guess.
I guess what you're saying, I mean, am I right in what you're saying in that like your vision of like the best team is like being really well rounded so that you don't need to rely on like knowing what your opponent's going to do? Is that what you're saying?
Well, yeah, the team that should win should be like the one that sort of thinks of things on the fly and like adapts mid game, rather than a team that's like IMO, like a team that like prepares and like like, yeah, I feel like if a team like VOD reviewed someone extensively and then like saw, and could tell in game from their VOD review what they're going to do, then I don't know. I think a team that should be rewarded is the team that thinks on the fly and uses what they have in the moment.
Well, wouldn't you then just stop playing the same way in your officials? Like, wouldn't this just force teams to... I mean, like, yeah, this is easier said. And, like, I agree with the point that Ethan made, which is now getting memed on in chat, which is that it's easy. It's easy for a caster to sit back and say all this. I totally agree. Like, this isn't my livelihood. It's my job to just be the peanut gallery, you know, just sitting back and, you know, watching.
He said it!
I said the peanut
gallery. He said the word.
I totally agree. Like... But I think it's an interesting conversation to have.
Yeah, sure. It is.
Yeah. Players will hate it.
It is interesting. Yeah.
Good.
I don't know. I probably agree more with Ethan and Dig and the players.
Oh yeah, all right.
Yeah. Okay, I can see the brown.
Someone else be fucking Mr. Poppy. Like,
I think there's also a part, you know, where say the lesser teams do get that opportunity to play against the teams that are above them and what they can learn from playing those games. Like, for example, when the Chiefs go to Sweden, they're going to get that opportunity to learn and improve from playing those teams. They don't need to listen to their comms beforehand or afterhand or anything like that.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, yeah, the comms things are relevant. I don't think comms should be publicly released. It doesn't make any sense for them to be anywhere.
Hey, I don't want my comms.
It's just like we wouldn't want to have off-cam comms leaked either. Like, it would be only fair, right? We'd all be out of a job. We would literally, no joke, we're not even capping chat. If even 1% of our off-broadcast comms got leaked, we would be out the door straight away. It would be shocking. It would be terrible.
You three would be out of a job. I'd be fine. I'm squeaky.
No, I don't know about that.
If you want an example... So if you look at, say, like the NFL, right? I don't actually really watch much NFL, but one thing I know they do a lot of is when they call plays, I'm not even joking, they literally cover their mouths, right, when they're calling the plays, and their playbooks are absolutely sacred. They still obviously have plays for the regular season, but they save plays for, you know, the playoffs and the big games, and that's basically what these teams do as well. That's why we always say, oh, you know, they're saving strats or whatever, like for that particular match that they feel means a lot to them. So, for example, you know, a team like Avert, they may say, right, let's dive deep into the strat book for this game against the Chiefs. This is a playoff game. This is as big as it's probably going to get for us. Whereas the Chiefs may play a bit more structured and they might save their strats, maybe not even for OCN Grand Finals, but more so for, like, you know, APAC South relegations or promos or, you know, whatever, or Sweden, or, you know, every team's got their different sort of limit. If you were to take a team from OCL and make them play against the Chiefs, they'd throw everything they've got at them, right? So, like, and I think that's the way it should be. And I think if you start releasing comms, that team in OCL suddenly already now knows what the Chiefs are going to do, or at least what the Chiefs, how they comm, how they play. And I just think it takes the fun out of it.
Well, yeah, it's like that's what I mean by, like, promoting better Siege. I think is just a team that adapts and on the fly. Yeah, I feel like it's just cutting corners, I think, is the way to say it, if comms released. And yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, look, I definitely did not intend for this to turn into a witch hunt or anything. So.
I think
it's good to have these conversations.
I totally agree.
I'm all about having these conversations. Like,
I think this is a great point in chat. Personally, I think we should have a camera crew following every team around 24/7 to film their private life, so you can VOD review their personal relationships and really get into their mental in chat.
Yeah, let's do that.
That's great.
Can we go fantastic. With that? That's my favorite.
I would like to see comms better integrated into Siege broadcasts, and at the very minimum post match, or
I think
at the very least post season content. Like, it doesn't need to be during the prep phase when they're discussing what they're doing. It can just be like hype moments or funny moments or whatever. Like,
kid,
yeah,
I'm waiting for it.
They do that in I can't say the title, but they do it in
a lot of games.
Yeah.
Siege, I mean,
is lacking in that.
We've even had it in Siege, right?
Change the screen.
Yeah. I mean,
I think, for example, a good example of it, you know, celebratory comms, but also end of round comms where the players are just like comming a position or a target, and, you know, and they're getting excited because they're about to win the round, for instance. That's probably what Guz is referring to.
Thanks for
right.
clarifying for him. Really appreciate that, man.
worries.
Thanks for just repeating what I said, but in a worse way. I appreciate that.
That's what we're used to
It's
on
fine.
the cast, mate. It's called the Xenox experience. It's like the Joe Rogan experience, but nothing like it. less horse tranquilizer.
I think you need to say horse dewormer there.
Dewormer. got my horse products mixed up. My bad. Yeah, look, another point, like conversation about NA teams, because they do a lot of content like this. Also, like in NAL, right? Like they're on land and there's no soundproofing. Like people in the venue can hear like full comms from the team, which is also interesting because I haven't actually heard this conversation of like leaking comms been like relevant or applied to NAL, which is also interesting.
They'd be the first region to complain if it was an issue.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like EU would definitely have a whinge about that too. And I'm sure
I'm glad that we got a professional player on board to talk about this, and we all shut him down and tried to talk over the top of him. That was really good.
Didge, if you want to tell us how to do our jobs, please do. Like we are open, ready to hear it, mate.
Casting's easy.
How to do your jobs? No, casting definitely isn't easy. I don't know. Yeah. What do you mean by tell you how to do jobs?
Because we're sitting back and telling you how to do yours. So if you get like, trying to even it up, like it's literally our job to sit back and judge you, which about something that we know nothing about compared to you. So if you want to do that, like I'm just trying to equal this relationship, I believe in two-way streets.
No, I guess I should do it more, I guess. I remember telling like some cast, that might have been you, Dev, or someone else, that actually I think it was Manic. Maybe when
There's a lot to tell them.
Well, it was something like, they're like, if they don't know anything of the game, they'd ask me a question. And
No, we did have that conversation. Hence why I always preface before I open my mouth. Now, I don't know anything about the game.
That's your crutch.
It is.
I think I used
I'm
to
not
say
totally
I'm
sure
not
about this one.
qualified. I'm not qualified, but
Whenever you say that, Xenox, I just know the next sentence is going to be bullshit, so I just zone out.
I haven't done that for a while though.
Look, we didn't actually.
Digital, are you saying we should message you? Is that what you're saying?
Don't just message me. Message anyone.
All the homies.
Anyone else. They
Well, I get.
I'll message you for the strat book link tonight.
Yeah, the good. Yeah, link us the spread. It was funny because I do talk like a bit behind the scenes to a bunch of players, just like the odd player here and there from like various teams.
Player friends.
Yeah, because I need someone to carry me in ranked. So, yeah, you guys aren't always on. So, yeah, but like it gets awkward because it's like, this is really good information I'm hearing right now, but like it's always hard to like learn like where's the barrier, because obviously like it's like, it's a personal, it's like a friendship you have with them, like, right? So you don't want to leak everything they're telling you in confidence. So you have to like kind of establish, hey, is it all right if I say that publicly, or is that not okay? Like, so it just gets awkward, but yeah.
That's weird because I feel like it'd be obvious, but maybe not. Like anything that's like that's just like a concept. How do I like put this into words, man? Like what would be an example of something you wouldn't want to leak?
Well,
like,
I mean, there's like
I think what
obvious
Dev
things,
is saying,
right?
like sometimes players or whatever will like tell you about a scrim or a strat or something they tried or whatever, right? And we take that on board, but then we can't go. We don't go around telling anyone privately, but we certainly it raises difficulties publicly because we can't say, oh yeah, Milo told me about this, or like whatever the case may be. Like,
whenever you say I was talking to a pro player, we know
you don't know. Like,
we know for you it's Milo. It's always Milo telling you everything.
It's also cringe to say, oh yeah, I was talking to such and such the other day.
Yeah, that's cringe.
Well, that's what I was just doing, so thanks, boys.
Pile on.
I wonder what car Dev drives, mate. I don't have a car.
A Mini. Mate, that
I would not fit in a Mini, bro.
Mate, his head would be like scraping
would be
every
like
time he
goes
around the corner, you get like a bald patch on his head.
Would not be able to. No.
How tall are you, Deb? We were talking about this. We always talk about
I am
height in our team.
6'4".
Heights.
Yeah,
that's digital. That's one of the weirdest things I think I've ever heard.
Because it's a massive thing for Jake, who's God Legion for those who don't know, to be known as the tallest in our team when he's by far the shortest, possibly in OCN. I'm not sure. And I think Dev came up, I guess, because
That's what I'm known for. Not my casting, not anything significant, just my height. The one thing I had no influence on and no control over. That's what I'm known for. That's what I like to hear.
I can't. Rain is 5'10". I'm not 5'10". I'm 6'3".
Oh, you're a tall
I'm
guy.
not. I'm 6 foot. I'm 6 foot. I'm 6 foot one with shoes
yeah,
on.
I was like, you're not that tall.
6'1" with shoes on.
I do remember there was one. There was one really tall player locally. I don't remember who it was. Maybe I'm getting confused. No, Cthulhu is very tall. Cthulhu is.
I got told Sajan's like 6'7" or something.
What?
I know
No
Turtle's
way.
tall as well.
Yes, yeah. I think Turt is super tall, like 6'5", 6'6", something.
That's what we need a land for, just to measure everyone up against.
Oh man, I'm saying it right now. We need lands. We need lands back. I need to see all these rare units in person.
And then all the Knights players can actually play inside of the server. Won't need picnic to stuff in.
We don't need, yeah.
We're modems and people running down to their local corner store to back up their internet.
Sage ran out of mobile data, was it? And then his mobile data like Telstra device went flat. It wasn't charging. Like, my God. That's really unfortunate. But look, we didn't actually, believe it or not, finish talking about the grand final, which was the final map. Coastline. And it ended up not being very close. It looked kind of close at the start, but when it was considering you guys were on defense, I think that kind of put into perspective. This was actually their map, wasn't it? If I recall correctly.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, because it was after Clubhouse, which was your map. So I don't know. Did you just feel like you? I felt like looking at the numbers, you were almost favored on every map except Oregon. I would say, like literally all 5 of them except Oregon, you were favored on. Did you feel something similar to that?
Yeah, I know. Like you just ban out your 1 maps, and then you got like the 5 to possibly play. It's a matter of like just like switching up what you're doing. I think in the game. Like, sure, they're favored on some maps, we're favored on others, but I feel like they would think that they can beat us on any and we can beat them. We should think that we can beat them on any as well. So, I to be honest, I don't even know if this was theirs or ours, and Oregon didn't even know that it was ours, like, whatever. Yeah. Coast was this map was just like, sort of just like, okay, guys, let's just get this done. Who wants to play another 2 maps, another 1 map, whatever? Let's just get it done.
I don't know whether it's just because you're like kind of hazy after being back-to-back champs, but it legit sounds like you just rock up and you're like, all right, you're gonna play some games.
Legit,
like, I don't care what map we're playing. Let's just go.
I'm not even kidding. Trent was saying this earlier. Like, we rock up to these days and yesterday, and we just go, let's just have fun. Like, we don't add any points because. Like, sure, being good locally is cool and all, but our aspirations lie elsewhere. So, and we were speaking about this, like, as soon as we sort of say, okay, let's just have fun with it, we just sort of go off. So, we'll just keep it that way, I think. And I said it in the interview, we're adding no importance to it. If we win, we win. If we don't, we don't. And that's just how we'll leave it.
So there you go.
So when you go to Sweden, you're gonna just rock up and be like, all right, let's just have some fun, boys. Like, you know, it is what it is. Like,
okay. When I say adding no importance and like rocking up, I just mean like putting in no extra efforts or revealing certain stuff or like, yeah. I think I say it in that manner. When we play South, it's different. It's obviously we put in a little bit more effort and yeah, and like, yeah. So.
But if it's
when you've got a match to go to Sweden, I definitely think there's a little bit more effort there.
But it's not just about effort necessarily. It's about like your attitude to it. Like, if your attitude is like super serious, then maybe that's actually not the best for you guys. Like, you guys clearly perform well when you're not taking it so like you're not placing too much importance on it. When you're like a bit more chilled out.
All the time, like obviously all the time, we try not to put any importance on. Like, don't over put like importance on a game, but on a day where you're playing a lot of Siege, I think it works better because you'll find yourself performing better over a longer period of time. I think it's like if you put all importance in the first couple of games, then you'll just maybe like dry up and play worse than the others. But if it's just for 1 map, I feel like you can sort of go a little bit more harder at the start.
Talking about that emotional toll, I'll be completely honest. I couldn't imagine what it's actually like playing in like a championship final. Like, the only thing I can liken it to is sport, and you play one game and you're absolutely gassy. You literally can't really put that on anything. Whereas you guys play a best of 3, right? So there's a chance that the first map, it might even be your map, and you might play like shit. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
There's just so much to like a game like Rainbow Six, especially when it comes to like what you guys had to do. What was it? 9 maps, I think you ended up playing. Like that's absurd. Like in a good way. That's absurd in a good way. But like how to keep your mental and your your emotional state in check, that would have to be so challenging.
It's like after like a double scrimmed day or something, and I'll like maybe see the boys and I'll say, "Oh, I'm tired." They'll be like, "What'd you do today, game?" Like, it does actually. It makes you tired and you get drained. So yeah, for sure.
I was definitely struggling to keep my eyes open towards that during the grand final. I think during the second map, I literally had to go make a cup of coffee because I was actually struggling to stay awake. Never mind focus. Mate. You boys did a great job.
It was a long day for us, and we weren't even playing. And also, like, we only casted one of the matches, and we just analyzed the other match, and we were still like bloody destroyed. So I don't know, I'm still intrigued by this whole mentality of kind of taking it chill, and I know it's specifically you're talking about OCN, not necessarily your other games, right? But statistically you have performed the best in OCN than like much better in OCN than you have in Apex South, and I don't think that's just that the competition level is lower. Obviously you don't have teams like IG, Cyclops down 1, and all the other much better teams that you'll be facing at the major if you manage to qualify for that. But like, let's just say Thursday. Let's start talking about your match on Thursday. You win it in regulation. You are guaranteed you will be first in Apex South for Stage 3, therefore get the direct invite to Sweden. That sounds like a lot of pressure to me.
For sure. Just got to turn that pressure into something you got to be excited about, I guess. I don't know.
Do you try and embrace it, or do you try and ignore it?
Good question. I don't know. I just don't want to even think about Sweden. I think Michelle. That's what Michelle would want us to do. Might be hard, but I don't know. It's I don't know. We just gotta play it like and treat it like any other game. I don't know.
Yeah, totally.
I think it's on us more than anything. I don't know. Like, yeah, we're confident, and I don't know, if we just play like we have all season, I feel like we'll have a really good chance of beating them. So yeah.
There's no doubt in my mind that in the near future, Chiefs are going to be playing some teams which are much better than them, and like much better than any teams you've ever faced in your entire career. I don't think it's going to take long for that to happen. And when that happens, I feel like, I'm not a sports psychologist. I'm not a player. I have like no experience basically doing what you're doing. But I feel like it's almost proven at this point that you just got to like ignore it. You just got to like treat every game like it doesn't mean anything. Like, just have fun, put in your 100% effort, but don't put in 100% like pressure. Is that like, am I right?
Well, I think that's when you can find just like be consistent, I think. Because I don't know, like if you start putting some pressure on some games, then pressure on other, and then like a little pressure on others, then you're gonna have like these inconsistencies. But if you sort of treat every game the same way, then I guess you're gonna be the most consistent. You're gonna find yourself at a consistent sort of playing level. I don't know, yeah. It's like play out your practice, be consistent. I don't know, yeah. That's just something that Michelle said and sort of made sense, I guess.
Right. Yeah. No, look, I hope you guys win on Thursday. I take back what I said before. No offense to Order. I love Order as well. Love Specker, but it would be nice to have a direct invite Oceanic team all the way to Sweden, and I guess Chiefs are a decent candidate for that as far as Oceanic teams go.
I hope it's just tough, man. I hope it's a close game. Don't care what happens. Like on it, like I'm genuinely, I'm not even
from a viewing point of view, yeah.
Game, yeah, like I hope that the storyline is like, Dgtl and co have to fight for it. Like I don't want to see what has happened for some of Order's matches where they just don't seem like they have even turned their monitors on. I reckon
a 7-0 could be a nice victory lap as well. So
yeah. Could be a little nudie, couldn't it? A little nudie around coastline.
Yeah, just go to coastline, get the job done. Yeah, I don't know. Look, one thing that we didn't really have a chance to talk about last week so much, but we did have a decided stage MVP for the round robin phase. So this is just for playdays 1 through 7. And it was All Mate Sage. And look, I'm really glad that it's not anyone from Cheese, because we can kind of get Dgtl to give his opinion unbiased, I guess. But look, honestly, I got called out in Twitch chat for pumping up his tires, but I think Sage has really impressed me in this stage. Like, he legit has just been absolutely insane, in particular in opening KD, which is really unique for like someone who's kind of like a macro shot caller, at least to my knowledge. Not common that you would have him a player like in that leadership role on an entry. And I think, according to my stats that I had, he was like, he only had 2 opening deaths in all of stage 3, which is just ridiculous.
That's nuts.
If that's true, dude, I don't know.
Wait, so he's 21 and 2?
I think he was 23 and 2, or like 19.
Oh, right, yeah.
The stats I saw, he was 19 and 2, but I think this graphic here added on the stats from playoffs. So during the regular stage, he was 19 and 2 in opening KD.
That's good.
That's
a
not,
lot of a lot of engagement, like first engagement, and then a lot of them being won, obviously.
Yeah.
So that's good.
He had more opening kills than any other player as well, which is it's a lot.
It's wild.
I really hope Knights can recompose and make playoffs for APAC South, because like it's just honestly heartbreaking to see after how good they were in stage 2, where they obviously qualified for the major but couldn't go. If they miss out on the major this time around, all I want is Knights and Chiefs both to go to the major. That's all I want.
It's not even the major at this point. They seriously need to make top 8 to be any chance for SI. So they've got even bigger fish to fry than the major. Unfortunately, Chiefs, even if they win the major, it's like impossible. So if you want to see some OS representation, really need to win this last playday.
We might have 0 OS teams at SI at this rate then.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy as well, because like Chiefs are literally neck and neck with Knights for seasonal standings. Like, that's crazy how that can.
There's open calls, actually. I did forget that.
Yeah, so but keep in mind,
Chiefs will be a good chance though.
Yeah, but there's going to be a lot of good teams going through that qualifier.
Yeah, but if they finish first in APAC South, manage to do okay at the major, they're not far off.
Yeah, I mean, it's just
APAC
I think
North's not.
Honestly,
honest,
in open quals, anything can happen. Anything can happen in open quals.
Yeah,
like that's why you definitely don't want to leave it until last minute.
But Chiefs have no option; they can win the major, and they're still not going to make SI. So
give it a crack, Dig. I reckon don't let that take away from you trying to win the major, man.
I saw it.
Yeah, it's like 0.05 less.
I think you should try and win the major anyway, Dig, and then just see where it takes you.
Yeah, we'll follow through with that. Yeah. I think if the open quals are more than like for SI are more than achievable. Like obviously I'm biased. I think we've got some really good teams in South, and they can easily take it to the North teams. So
really, even the best North teams?
Yeah, I think so.
Jeez, let's go.
Obviously, like they're just like annoying to verse, but we scrimp them. So like
swingers and pingers.
We swing. Well, we verse them. So, I don't know. Yeah.
Like you mean to a grungy nightclub or something? What's that all about? Swingers and pingers.
It's like a 1920s nightclub. Yeah.
Anyone want to go to Revs on Saturday night?
Might go to Revolver Lane though.
Oh mate. Look, we did it. Like, believe it or not, we actually did have some clips for tonight. So, guys, you wanted to analyze some stuff. Would you like to talk us through that?
Yeah, we won't get super nerdy tonight. I know we're pretty close on time as well, so we'll speed through this. But I picked up a clip from the Bliss Chiefs game, so hopefully Dgtl can offer some insight. It was over on Chalet. They did the same attack 2 rounds in a row. This was their second attempt, upstairs, office bedroom, super clean. We'll roll the clip and talk about it after, I guess.
Alrighto.
Is that the full VOD?
By Worthy, honestly, I think the round's over. Shade's going to have to do something of a minor miracle holding this position at half wall. Once he's taken down, GR.
Well, Guz did say once that shield at Piano would be blown, it's round over. We'll see if that does eventuate. Shade needs to duck and weave his way from all of this utility being thrown into his direction. He went down relatively early last time. Oh, the conflict between Ethan and Shade. It's Ethan who lives to fight another day. So low on health though. But Shade loses his life inside of Office. Worthy, what's he doing here? Is he going for a flank in behind and try and catch the player in bathroom?
Maybe. It's Oda trying to still hold that position. Ethan has been downed. Equalizes the main cannon a little bit, but should be recovered
He'll have more health.
on that balcony. Still be one shot. 25 seconds left. I still think Chiefs, they're in a fantastic position to get the plant down, just like they did last time.
Easier said than done though. Only 20 seconds left. Now they're going to sort of rush that little bit here. Worthy, there is that flank that they are able to execute perfectly. It's Worthy! Again, as always, and forever will be. Plant down successfully as Jigsaw's the only one left. Match point looming here for Chiefs. Unless Jigsaw does
Start talking shit again.
So there you go. Yeah, I mean, take it away, Guz.
Yeah, I hope the casting did it okay justice. Basically, the TLDR of that round is the Chiefs did a really good job in clearing Piano, with Flores being available, pretty easy to clear that cover. And then from there, it's almost impossible for Bliss to deny the plant. They had Shade at half wall. Ethan hits a pretty nutty shot, shuts him down. And then the only thing they could rely on was a C4. I think I said on the cast they didn't go for it. Watching it back, obviously Jigsaw's down below but doesn't hit it. And it's basically impossible. And then, of course, Worthy just jumps in the back and throughout all the chaos gets a 4K. So it's pretty easy from there. And yeah, like I said, this was the second time basically the Chiefs went for this exact same execute where they planted really shallow in the objective, which makes it so much more difficult to deny. And it was just really clean. Like, I can't even honestly off the top of my head think of really good ways to counter it. So it was just a really clean attack.
In particular, can you explain this plant spot, Dig? Because this seems very unusual, I think, to like most people watching. They'd be like, why don't you take cover? Why do you plant out in the open?
Well, it's a lot of it's because well, you can't get denied from dining. So well, it's like there's other ways, but it's a lot harder. So you should, like as guys mentioned, like Jigsaw's below, and he did try to C4, and he tried to C4 me. I think I don't know what he was. I can't remember.
He was trying to sing for like half wall maybe or something. I'm not sure.
Yeah. But obviously we're not planting there. So half wall like this. Planting a half wall in here, the only difference is that you can't get C forward because the half wall here is still covering Morgan. It's still covering like him from Master. The only difference is that there's a like a small line of sight from like the middle of in between Kobe and Music, what we call it. It's like
kind of in Pianos, do you mean? Or...
Yeah, it's like the back side of Piano where you saw Trent kill them all, which is like either side Kobe and Piano, Kobe and Music. There's like a little slit you can see this plant going down, but apart from that, it's a pretty good plant spot. So. Yeah, there's ways to deny it, but Bliss didn't. Yeah, Trent obviously farms here, and all credit to him. But even if Trent doesn't get these kills, I think they still fall into our line of sight because we're just holding the necessary angles.
Yeah, that's what happened last time they attempted it. Like Chiefs get the plant down, everyone you guys just all swarmed back like 100 meters away from the site, and it was just round over anyway.
I think someone said that Morgan before going for plant. They're not doing anything. They're not doing anything different here. We just repeated the same thing.
And Oda's saying in chat he can't smoke the plant spot after he lost his deployable shield. Now, we don't have a like heads down, but I don't know exactly what shield he's talking about. I'm guessing he means the piano shield.
Just go a bit further back. The Rotero takes
Flores is up, mate. So you got.
There you go. Here it is.
You guys actually played into the Flores really well. I don't think Blitz did at all.
Yep.
Sky asks, was the window that Worthy jumps into double tapped? This window right here, like, how did he vault straight in?
They prepped it.
Dangerous. That might have lost in the round. Oh, that's dangerous. Can we see the moment where he just vaults in?
I think you just miss it.
Yeah. I think we picked up on this. I can't hear the comms, but the casters, I should say. But I think I made a point of that. And Worthy was going to jump in and literally catch them all.
He's just waiting for the chaos. Like, there's no way Blitz are going to hear that over comms and noise. Like,
as soon as we start planning, they're probably just coming all these different things. They're planning. I'm doing this, and then
How did it go, Dgtl? What happens when you're planning? What do they say?
they're planning. I don't know. Probably not a whole lot. in their voice chat. Probably not a whole lot.
Oh,
He's there, so he's
All
in
right,
chat.
Xenox,
Your
you're up, Xenox. You just want to talk over this one?
Yeah, we could just talk over this one. It's a pretty simple spotlight. Again, it's all about positivity this stage. The old Xenox spotlight. This one in particular, it's about the Chiefs, of course, for their grand final win, but more specifically their performance on Bank. It was a really good performance from Bliss for the first 8 rounds, and the spotlight in itself is just the comeback from the Chiefs and sort of highlights how good they are mentally as a team to, as Dgtl says, that they don't even know that it's match point. They don't know that they're down 6-2. They don't care. And I just think it really just sort of solidifies what they bring as a team, and also just some of these plays like Ethan with the double C4, and honestly, it was just a really good match to watch. An 8-7 match usually is, but when you come back from 6-2 down, it's a really valiant effort. And I think as soon as this map was completed and the Chiefs won it, you probably felt they're going to win the entire thing in terms of the grand final.
Yeah, gotta agree. Great comeback.
That God clutch was awesome.
Oh, it was disgusting, dude. Flank watch it, like, that was so gnarly. The timing on that as well.
Speaking
match
of
point as well at the time, like against you guys, I can't remember.
well, there were a lot of match points against them, and that was one of them. Rob, speaking of, that's a pretty good segue, hey?
Yeah, it's a fantastic segue. Obviously, we do the clutches most weeks now. So the first clip, I think, just to preface, is the God Legion 1v3 that we just saw and we're just talking about. And the second clutch is actually Twent's clutch, 1v2 for Overt in the second round that they had. I thought it was gnarly as all hell. I think, was it Drex from Rhythm who just went absolutely mental and found a double open?
Do you want to play them back to back, or how do you want to go?
Yeah, just play it back to back, and I guess it's crazy. I can't remember all that many clutches from the grand final, the semi-final. It just felt like a lot of the siege was not coming down to 1v2, 1v3s. So these are the 2 that we've got. Obviously, let us know in chat what you think in 1 or 2. Surely it's 1. I mean, what else is it going to be? Dead play the clips.
Thanks for priming them, mate. Here we go.
Goes for a different position, gets the kill onto Repix. That's info, of course, onto God Legion's position for both Todd and Shade. Shade's going to counter defuse while Todd will be the bodyguard, the swing. He is successful! God Legion goes big! At the big moment for the Chiefs to force a 15th round. Position goes deep right now, finds the first. He knows exactly where Sawyer is. A quad kill in the round. Twent now in a 1v2. Holds on. He's in the perfect position. And it's all about outplaying Dragos right now. Oh my goodness, he just catches him on the way back through. Twent decides to bail. And that should be the round done and dusted. Dragos can't find him. What a clutch for Overt. Position goes.
Apparently, Dev.
No, we're not muted. What do you mean? We're getting hard trolled by Twitch chat right now.
Yeah, sure.
Hard troll.
I said it was a good effort from Drex in that 1v2. Sorry, in the entry, but got to be God Legion.
I do think it was. I think from a how do you put this? From a standpoint of like the pressure of what Twent was kind of going through, because I don't know, Dgtl, maybe you could talk to this a little bit more, but like in a 1v3 you're not expected to win that, but if you're in a 1v2 Hall of Fame and you've got the kit down, do you think that there's more pressure on you to actually win that? What do you think?
Well, yeah, I just think Jake's one was like pulled a sort of what's the saying, like he pulled a rabbit out of the hat, I think.
Yeah,
like
ace up the sleeve kind of thing.
Yeah, he's not meant to win there, but whereas this one, the Rhythm don't have kit. They're pressed for time, and I mean, credit to Twent, but I just think, and sure I might be biased, but Jake's 1v3 where he's getting pinched. All that Tachunk has to do is watch the door. Like, I don't know. So I just think, and this is match point as well. I don't know. I just think it's an obvious choice for everyone.
Yeah, he's pretty gnarly, that's for sure. Dev, do you have my next clip ready?
I certainly do, mate. Do you want to go full screen for this bad boy?
Yeah, but you can hold off for 2 seconds because I'll preface the clip. So a lot of the times, we like to highlight the players, we like to highlight the teams that have done an incredible job. But one person I need to give a shout out is my boy Xenox.
Oh no.
No, this is legit. This is not a piss take. This is not a piss take. Xenox
Nah,
is
this is 100% a piss take.
no, it's not. I promise you. Xenox's play-by-play this stage has been absolutely phenomenal, and I'm not taking the piss. Generally, I would take the piss, but it's the last reload for the stage, and I've got to give you some love, mate. You've done
No, hang on. If I 100%, this is gonna be my throw, isn't it?
No, it's not. It's not. You know what, Dev is best to just let this one play because we've already seen it. So go ahead and shot.
Sort of rush that little bit here. Worthy, there is that flank that they are able to execute perfectly. It's Worthy! Again, as always, and forever will be. Plant down successfully as Jigsaw's the only one left. Match point looming here for Chiefs. Unless Jigsaw does something miraculous. But wouldn't it be fitting for Worthy to finish him off? Why not get the quad? He watches the angle. He knows he's going to be playing trophy stairs. He is the master, teaching the apprentice what it takes
Yeah, you give it to him,
win.
big boy.
Yeah?
I didn't tell you.
I like
we were
fucking giving
unmuted
it
for
to-
that.
No,
You gotta be careful, mate.
Hey,
I like giving it to
generally-
Xanax. Yeah?
I would always take the mic, and I'd take an opportunity like that to turn the tables and flick it. But I think credit where credit is due. Xenox, you've been a rock solid performer. Not the only thing that's rock solid, but rock solid performer this stage. Apex and OCN, and you've had some absolute pearlers. So we gotta give the love where it's due.
He's blushing, mate. He's blushing.
His co-cast is a bit average, but I tell you what,
Yeah, he
Xenox, mate, fantastic stage from you. There's no question about it.
No, look, honestly, Manic, I'll say thank you very much for that. I appreciate it, and I feel terrible now this whole time. I'm like, nah, what have you done? Like, come on, you're stitching me up here. Like, come on, to be fair, you do generally do that. I will say that I think as a casting crew, everyone involved is bloody top notch, and it's the reason why we've all been able to do at least an SI. I know you'll be there.
Most of us, at least.
I love
You're
you,
a
Rob.
dog, Xenox.
Absolutely, that was uncalled for. He's just gone in. He's given me a segment, and I'm throwing him under the bus. But you know what? That's what you love about me, Rob. Come on, admit it.
It is.
But look, honestly, I'll finish off what I was going to say. As a casting team, you guys are absolutely all world class. Dev, Guz, Manic, Raven. Vast will get there eventually. It'll take some time. Hopefully, he can learn something about the game because he clearly doesn't know much by consistently saying I don't know. That's the next step. But yeah, look, you guys are all bloody amazing, and Guz is getting better too, and I can't wait till he does a LAN.
Yeah. I can't wait to see
forward
this
to the
up and
day.
coming cast to do something. It's just going to be incredible.
All right, so next up on the chopping block, I want to talk a little bit about season finals. Now, I know we've actually been pretty crazy tonight, gone hella overtime, so let's just kind of blitz through this. I think we've already spoken a lot about it, so here it is, the current standings as per Wikipedia Rainbow Six. So you can see Chiefs on number 1. Now, the exact bracket for playoffs hasn't fully been announced yet, but we know that I believe it's going to be the top 4 teams. So Chiefs, Knights, Bliss, and Rufflecopter are going to make it. What do you call a three-peat when it's 4? Like, does that work? Or is that just, you try and think of another new little...
I think you just say 4 in a row.
Yeah.
Doesn't have the same
Where's
ring to it.
Up to 3-peat. Has it been done before? Has it been done before? That's the bloody question, isn't it?
The quaddy.
It's never been done. Never been done. So look, these top 4 teams.
I'll don't cry, man. I know you got the love there. Don't cry. It's all right, man. I know you're emotional right now. Sorry.
So
Dev
I
was
guess
obviously the most recent person to cry on broadcast after the other night where he started choking up a bit.
Choking on these nerves.
Right,
You're in defense, mate.
scarred.
Remember
I'm
when he
not-
made the joke saying he was going to try and kill me because they were peanuts? It ended up biting him in the ass.
You're not
So
wrong.
that was karma.
You're actually not wrong. I realized a lot of people wouldn't actually know that you're anaphylactic to peanuts, so that they wouldn't have got that joke.
Yeah.
Don't think that's a joke, man. Don't think
I'm
that's a joke.
I'm allergic to nuts, guys. Don't put your nuts in my mouth and we'll be good.
Oda says, I don't want to call Dgtl the 4 times champ.
Yeah, true.
Ooh, well, you gotta knock him out, mate. Show this best of 3 form that you're, renowned for. Apparently.
Apparently.
Allegedly.
Oh, God.
So I think it's pretty clear Rufflecop just going to win the season finals. We can probably move on talking about relegations. Wildcard overt. I'm pretty sure that Fury from OCL is confirmed, and if we want to go, we can have a look at the OCL.
I think Big Dogs must be pretty close, right?
I don't think they're confirmed yet, but I think
it's someone else. I think it's someone else. I had a
Really?
look at
Oh, is it?
last night.
Really? I haven't checked it a little bit. So.
Do you watch much of the Oceanic Challenger League, Digital?
No, I don't. I should probably, but
Big Dog's currently in the best position
it is Big Dogs.
overall,
it's
but
actually
this
kinda
doesn't
close.
include stage 3. But
How's
obviously,
stage 3 shaping up?
So
very
Kraken-
early days in
Kraken-
stage 3 at the moment.
Okay.
It's only 2 play days in, isn't it?
Yeah, very early days.
That's 3. I think it's 3.
3. There
Yeah.
you go, Digital. You
So-
do watch. Come on, mate.
He does watch.
Give
Well,
yourself more credit.
I just looked at it last night. That's what I'm
Oh,
saying.
Kraken Esports Club. Let's go.
Yeah, Kraken
Hey,
actually.
their content's
Kraken's.
claps, man.
Have you seen their hoodie? Their hoodie claps. Honestly, I might cop it if they do alright this stage.
Wait,
Actually,
might have
isn't Luna your former teammate, Didge? You play on-
Luna.
Yeah, did you guys play it on the Meloncat roster at the same time, or is that different times? Sinister.
Never been on. Oh, I trialed for them. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, true,
Oh,
forgot about that.
Had that try there.
Oh, I forgot. Sorry for bringing up old wounds, any Sinister former members.
Anyway, how many championships have they won? And Digital's won 3?
Awkward times that.
Look, if anyone is interested in OCL, of course, OCL is how you qualify into OCN. So lots of great up-and-coming teams, in particular, Kraken's doing a cracking good job in Stage 3. And
no.
I don't know if they're a shoo-in for Rellos. I actually think that they might not have enough points in Stage 1 and 2 to give it a
No,
crack.
I don't.
Yeah, so they only have 3. So I think if they won completely, they would still only be on 28. So there's no
Give me
chance.
next year.
The total points already. You can see it's 37-30, so they've got no chance.
Yeah, exactly. So Fury, pretty sure they're locked in for going to Promo Rellos, and then probably going to be Big Dogs. But yeah, still TBC on that second one. How are we feeling then about Wildcard, about Overt coming through that?
I'm very confident in Overt.
Yep.
I'm not as confident in Wildcard.
Oh, God.
Well, who's going up against who? Because if it's
We won't know yet.
okay, if it's a
So-
very Fury, didn't Fury just win it?
Well, it does say on Wikipedia, Dev.
It should be 8 versus first and
It's-
second versus.
Oh,
It says
presume so,
OCL. It says OCL Seed 1 will take on Overt. OCL Seed 2 will take on Wildcard. And
Well,
then
that would make
other
sense.
seed-
Well, because we have the we know it's a double alien bracket. That's been fully announced, so this bracket would be correct. But yeah, I mean, we presume this would be the seeding. Yeah, because Overt obviously have the lowest seed than Wildcard.
lowest.
Yeah.
To
So
be honest, Fury do have a pretty good head-to-head against Overt. Imagine the storyline Overt come into OCN Stage 3. They kick ass, make playoffs, do a really good job, and then
get relegated.
they
Yeah,
don't
no.
qualify.
That is
oh
true.
my god, that would suck.
That said,
Yeah,
it is
double
double elim, right? So let's say Fury
Yeah.
win Overt here.
Thank god.
Go up, they face either Wildcard or Big Dogs. Winner of that match gets straight into OCN. You would expect that would, if Fury beat Overt, then they're going through, right? Again, I'm not an OCL expert.
I think Overt's probably as a team, and Sawyer's in chat, maybe you can confirm this, and he'll probably just say yeah, is that I think they've evolved as a team and gotten better
Oh, they would have learned
throughout throughout this OCN experience compared to their old OCL selves. So yeah, I'd be surprised.
I do wonder whether Fury Wildcard, how that would look. Fury Wildcard, Big Dogs, etc.
My
Twent
question
is
is, can we see Wildcard 2022?
well, when we're
They
talking
get
about
relegated. I think that's the question.
We're
My
talking
question
about-
is, do we see Vinny on the desk 2022? He's done with my job. He's already told me.
he's got enough
Do
space.
we-
He's got enough space.
Do we
for
even
it.
play National Leagues in 2022? Who knows?
Ooh!
I mean, who's to say Wildcard are going to stay around in Apex South, mate?
Oh!
They're not looking so good
Who
there
says it's
either.
going to even be an Apex South? Ooh. Who says it's going to be even R6? Oh!
I hope so. Otherwise,
Otherwise, we're out of a job.
that won't be fun.
So yeah, look, a lot of good season finals stuff happening end of this year. I'm very excited for it. I'm very keen to see Chiefs win the 4-peat. I'm keen to see Knights struggle against Chiefs once again. Bliss, see if they can win a BO3 hopefully. Yeah, who's to say? But another thing I'm really excited for, which is I'm just going to announce it right now, is we actually are going to be doing some OCN awards during the season finals, we're going to pick some players and do some awards. So that is all you get for now.
Cool.
The
Digital
community,
least informative interview. I tell you right now, he's going to win it. He's a shoo-in.
yeah, we've definitely got an award for worst interviewee,
Worst
and it's
interviewee.
definitely you, Dig.
Yes, let's go.
So the community can also get involved in these OCN awards. So make sure you're following at R6 Esports OCE on Twitter, and you'll be able to get your opinion contributing to who wins these OCN awards. But more info to come with that. We also, speaking of that Twitter, we have another thing that's going on at the moment on the Twitter, which is a bit of a fun chance for you guys to win some goodies and show off your Siege skills. So we did the good old macros challenge. Let's watch the recap of our macros challenge.
Thanks for the impressions on the tag as well.
Isn't this just basically Guz?
Yeah.
It is
this
a
is
Guz
like-
show.
Yeah, actually true. This is the Guz impressions farm.
Honestly, my stats are going through the roof. It's great.
Biggest free though ever.
You didn't even win.
Yeah, I don't know why they showed your one, mate. I won it.
Did you like my? Have you seen my retweet? I think my retweet was pretty good.
I didn't see that.
How did Vast
Go
come
check
up?
my Twitter if you want to see the retweet.
Because Vast sucks, that's how, dude.
Yeah,
Oh, Vast
Yeah,
was
not
awful.
gonna lie, Vast did really struggle there. So there you go, guys. The community can also get involved in the prep phase parkour from macros and actually win some macros goodies as well. So all you got to do is head to this tweet on R6 Esports OS, record a clip of your own drone parkour. Doesn't have to be that clip, can be any drone parkour. Extra points, just, you know, gratuity points for most creative and funny ones. We had a good entry from Supremacist for the speed run back in stage 2. That was my favorite entry. And yeah, tag R6 Esports OCE when you post it on Twitter, and you'll enter the competition for a chance to win $200 worth of macros ready-made meals. So that should be some good fun. Always love those extra little segments that we do.
They're always good fun.
Yeah.
Someone gets to win something for free. That's.
You
I mean,
know?
that's why me and Xenox turn up half the time.
Mate. 100%.
Speaking
You've never won anything, so I mean, how's that going for you?
Shut up.
Speaking of winning stuff for free, we're going to do a massive blitz of the giveaways right now because we didn't do them earlier in the show. So we're just going to do all 3 right now. Your last chance to enter the giveaways to earn some R6 credits. Now, Dgtl, if anyone in chat was going to earn some R6, just get some R6 credits by typing back to back to back in the chat, is there any like particular items that they would be interested in buying with R6 credits?
One does come to mind.
Oh, really?
Oh, MPX skin?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
It's
the
one.
phase
Hey,
one. That one's
Phase Clan?
Yeah, phase clan, phase up. Let's go, baby.
Nah, not the phase one. Not the phase one, guys. It's the other one. The other really good looking one.
Really?
The one that you're running, Xenox, the phase one, yeah.
Mate, I like both of them.
Come
I
on,
like
man.
both of them, mate.
Come on.
You even got a free code.
I
Like,
got-
turn it up, mate.
No, I got the Chiefs one on.
The Vitality skin, is that one?
But why the
that one?
MPX, man? The Phase one's so cool.
I think we chose a good time actually. The MPX is like, didn't Val get like most picked or something?
I think
Like,
she's,
she's-
most, she's getting most banned.
Most banned, most banned, I think. Yeah.
True, yeah, that's actually true. Yeah, true. I don't know. Yeah. No, it looks good. I'm happy with the skin. So I'm sure our next one will be even better.
Ooh.
Oh, Rapix has won the first giveaway, so I'm sure he'll be running the Chief skin on his MPX. Rapix,
No
you know
way,
the
that's
deal,
funny.
mate. Jump in Twitch Whispers for Rainbow6ANZ and let me know what platform.
Don't
you'd
ask
like
him
it
what
for.
platform. Fucking
No, but legit, like, I want, if, let's say Rapix wants a code for PlayStation for his mate who plays on PlayStation, I'll give him a PlayStation code. There you go.
I don't think Repix is that generous, mate.
I don't. Mate,
He's an,
Repix is
he's an
being
entry.
here.
You
fragger
wanted a
in Siege,
PlayStation
mate.
code
They all
for
love
your-
themselves. They all love themselves, the entries, mate. They don't care about anyone else.
Well, Xenox,
They just
you
hate the
tried to
spotlight.
get yourself a PlayStation code for your missus, didn't you, at one point?
I
She was
didn't know
asleep.
she got picked, but I didn't know she had to be here. That's just unfortunate.
She was asleep. All right, rolling
I
it a
hate it
second
already.
time.
Repix, just quickly, Repix, save that code, save that those coins. You can get the Team Bliss skin that's going to be coming next year.
Oh, mate.
Oh, God, you're a suck.
Not sure if it's worth
Can
waiting.
we
You got
admit?
so much,
Can
you
we
got so
admit,
much
though?
shit
Can
on
we
your
admit,
nose, I
Matty?
can smell it from here.
Can we admit the pink skin with the flower? Oh,
It would look cool.
It would
Hopefully,
make a
hopefully one
sick
day.
skin.
Yeah.
Pink or full white with like just the pink accent.
yes.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah, I'm
Um,
telling you.
Yeah, very.
Someone's
yeah.
already done
Yeah,
that.
there's already a pink on white. W7M, I think, did one.
Oh,
so
really?
We're a bit behind.
Unless some G11 this one.
You could do
Okay,
full
did not
pink with
sponsorship.
white. There's no pink skins.
Full pink with a white flower, and it's on the Rooney's gun. The Roni.
Nah, Roni's dead, mate. Roni's dead. You need to think of it.
Hey, that's only on test server. That's only test server.
Nah, Roni's dead, mate. Put it in the grave.
All right, Art of Callum, if you're in chat, mate, you got to jump on this real quick because you've won the giveaway, but you got to be here. Otherwise, we're going to redraw this one. So I'll give you another 10 seconds to jump in, say that you're here. Otherwise,
God damn.
well, it's already been a minute, man. It's already been a minute. I just didn't call it out.
Yeah.
Nice one. All right, good on you, mate. So please hit up the Twist Whispers for Rainbow Six NZ and let me know what platform you would like your 1200 R6 credits for.
If it's anything outside of PC, well, you shouldn't be here.
Like, mate, what is this? You wouldn't believe it, but I've actually had a lot of people saying that they play on Xbox and PlayStation. So, geez.
That doesn't surprise me at all because I'm pretty sure it's huge.
Why is it Nick who's won this now? What is this?
Not again.
Can we do some
That's a
giveaway?
bit of bullshit,
I
mate.
need a rule that that no one that represents any OCN team is actually eligible. All right, Nick Bobia, my friend.
Wow.
Let me know what platform.
Yeah,
you want it
guys,
for.
please go to @Chiefs on Twitter for a 400 credit giveaway.
1200, mate. We're generous.
I can't wait.
1200. Oh, Jesus.
This Chiefs giveaway that's about to happen.
Redraw it. He says, "Why do you
He's
enter?"
got so much money, man. He's just cashed up. This bloke just does it. He just enters just to go, nah, I don't need it. Cashed up. Mate. I don't need Sport Org, best in O's. Don't worry about it.
What else, mate? I redrew it as soon as he said it. So it's
all that Red Bull money.
off to Boats now. Boats, if you're in the chat, please let us know, mate. You don't have a lot of time.
Tell you what, Red Bull got their money's worth on the weekend from you. In particular, Ditch. Every time it flicked you, mate. How'd you wind down after the game? You had that much caffeine.
I had a lot of Red Bull yesterday.
All I gotta say is I'm not surprised you have to take your tactical timeouts to go piss every 30 minutes.
Yeah, a lot of water, a lot of Red Bull yesterday.
What was the song that you were trying to show us?
Pop Smoke to get me going. I told you, like after that clubhouse, Ethan was like, "Guys, we just gotta wake up, grab your balls, suck it up." I just started.
I misheard you for a second there, mate.
Settle down, Michael Jackson.
So just start jumping around and listening to music to get me going again.
Yeah. All right, Boats, mate. You are here, so you've won the giveaway and you got it. Please hit up the Twitch Whispers for Rainbow Six ANZ. Let me know what platform you'd like the code for.
Actually, no, I'm keeping it. You're late.
Yeah. All right. That pretty much rounds off the show for tonight. Make sure you guys keep an eye out for playoffs and relegations. I believe the dates have already been made public, so I'll just go and. I'm pretty
When
sure.
are they, Xenox? Are they in your computer, mate?
Hang on.
Are you fucking?
Hang on.
bet you they're
27th
not.
of November, 28th of November.
All
Is
right.
that right, Dev?
I'd probably.
Well, hopefully they are public,
Probably.
otherwise you just leaked them. So yeah, nice work.
I'm double checking, mate.
He said that they've been.
Yes, that's the promotion relegations. Saturday,
Let's go.
November 27th, Sunday, November 28th. So, guys, if you want to stick around and still see the top teams in O's and them fighting out, make sure you stick around for season finals coming up very soon. That'll be
Are those
after
dates now?
OCN promo, Relos,
No.
and of course, OCL is still ongoing. So that's actually here tomorrow night. Make sure you follow this channel and you can watch OCL. Two of those teams are going to be playing against the bottom teams from OCN for a shot in OCN 2022. So OCL will be running every week from now until Relos, with also the OCL playoffs. They'll have a gauntlet just like we had this past weekend. So make sure you follow R6 Esports OS on Twitter to keep across all that. Also the Macros Prep Phase Parkour Challenge. Get in your best drone spots. Show me what you got. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Anything, Ditch, you wanna say? Anything you want to plug before we close up?
Order.army /
Teambliss.com/
No, yeah. I won't say much. Just cheers for having me on, guys. It's been good.
It's a pleasure, mate. Always a
Disappointing.
pleasure.
Thank you, Digital, for coming
Thank you,
on.
Digital.
And,
No, thank you.
yeah, thank you, mate.
I'm-
Appreciate it.
Guys.
I'm not gonna lie.
Good
I
luck on
actually thought-
Thursday. Good luck on Thursday.
Thank you.
Just rock up on Thursday, mate. Have a bit of fun. It's on the order.
Absolutely.
Yeah, if you're ever looking for coaching advice, you know where to come. We've got it all sorted. If your actual coach, your real paid coaches aren't doing it for you, we'll help you out, mate, anytime.
We'll be your hype man.
And thanks everyone for watching. This is the last episode of Reload that we're having for Stage 3. We're going to do a bit of a Reload resurgence come promo relegations. We'll do one episode before that and then also before season finals. So, yeah, I mean, a bit of a sad one. We're going to take a bit of a break, but, you know, keep watching OCL, keep watching Apex South, and it won't take long before we're back with you again. But that's all. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you next time.
#Chiefs for Sweden! Auf Wiedersehen.